Good afternoon, everybody. How are you all today? I am absolutely smashing. Some delicious coffee. Decaf, of course, because got shit blood. So there you go. You just shat it. Sorry. Tea with Phil, hello. Graham, hello. Scientologist. You're rough, Scientologist. That rough with illness or rough with alcohol? I'm feeling absolutely fine. Yeah, I'm feeling absolutely fine, man. Just doing away, just staying away. Still haven't had any appointments kind of arranged for my CT scan for my kidney. I just need to kind of wait. Got a little bit of update from my college. They haven't set a date yet on when they're actually going to give us the our grades, so we're still just kind of waiting in limbo about that. So, aye. Illness, dodgy stomach most of the week. Oh, man, that's shite. I hope you manage to shift that at some point soon. There's nothing worse when you've been like feeling like absolute shite for. It doesn't even matter if like you're shite for like 24 hours. It's makes it last longer. But then if you're like ill for like a week or something, it's hellish. Fingers crossed for both. Thank you very much, Graham. Thank you very much. So. Fucking, it feels like it's been ages since I've played. It's just weird having the one day off sort of thing, because of the Blackout Tuesday. Kind of throwing me off a wee bit. Bye. I was going to say, it's like, oh, how was everyone's weekend and stuff, but we're not even at the weekend yet. It's only Thursday, so there you go. Bye. Like, what did folk get up to yesterday? Because Wednesday is our day off for the stream, so he's like to see what folk have been up to on the Wednesdays. Has anyone managed to kind of venture out or anything like that? I haven't. I've just sat indoors, played Persona 5, which I completed last night, which took me 107 hours, I think it was, for Persona 5 Royal. Which is fucking wild. But it was very, very good. The additions to that game are very, very good as well. But a lot of good quality of life improvements. Also some of the character developments and stuff. Very, very good. And like the new story bit they throw on that you play through. Quality, like very fucking good. It's just a shame that game's so long. Like I hope like when Atlas come round to making like a new Persona, or if they make a new Persona, I'm sure they will, because it gets them a lot of money, that they make it shorter, maybe something like along like Persona 4 time scale kind of thing, so like 60 to 70 hours, that'd be a lot nicer. You're that rough, you barely played any Xenoblade. Fucking hell, man. That's when you know you are rough as fuck, when you can't even be bothered playing like video games. You just sit there all day, just watch TV or just sleep. That's what I usually do anyway, when I'm absolutely ruined. Sit there and just sleep. Can't be arsed doing anything. So, the last time that we played... hold on. I had a casual mode that just takes out a third of each day. Yeah, a casual mode would be quite nice. Yeah, definitely. Just kind of just shortens stuff. Or maybe like when you're doing, like you're building up your social stuff with confidants, instead of having like the in between. So how there's, for those that played Persona game stuff, there's a lot of background kind of numbers and bars that you need to fill. Like instead of having it just filling up a bar, like you'd go and speak to someone and you spend like a day with them, but you don't really gain anything from it other than you're filling a bar closer to the next milestone. Instead like that, just have it that, you know, it's just all milestones all the way, so you only need to hang out with someone like 10 times or something like that for them to be maximum confidant. They've been pretty good. Jabrone, Calbo Swaggins, hello. Calbo, is it your turn to be logged into Twitch now? Is Big Ginge having the day off, is she? Anyway, so yeah, the last time we played Technobabylon, we are now playing Sesame, the lassie who was kind of, her apartment block was all bombed, and we now know that bombing was because of us, of Dr. Regis, who was told that he had to basically bomb this tower block, because he's getting blackmailed. With his unborn children are getting is what's on the table there. So yeah, she's been brought into the cell, which is the police station, for questioning and kind of just be kept safe, hence why she doesn't have a home anymore. So yeah, we've resumed this playing as her, who she can basically enter the trance, like a virtual reality world. There's a guy in the cell with us. There's a guy in the cell within the cell, and yeah, he doesn't look too well. But we went in. Eventually we managed to get into the TV world, the digital kind of trance. But thanks from the actual publishers. I look back and I kept on calling Wadget Eye the developers. They're not the developers, they're the publishers. And I fully know that. The developers is Technocrat Games. The publisher is Wadget Eye. But I don't know, I just kept on calling them the developer, so... but yeah, so Wadget Eye came by, and Wadget Eye even answered a pineapple call out, and helped us out, which was basically we had to just click on the big screen in the middle of the room. Which I never did, apparently, so there you go. And there's a man stuck in the wall, so that's where we're at. Big Ginge is here. Both of yous. Your PS3 got here, so you're playing Peace Walker again. I've never played Peace Walker. It's one of the very, very few Metal Gear games that I've never played. I've never played... So basically all the ones that went to like PSP, like Acid and Peace Walker, never played. I heard that you can ignore Acid games, but Peace Walker is supposed to be really, really good. So when I got round to playing Phantom Pain, a lot of stuff I was just like, I don't know who these characters are, but I know they're all from Peace Walker now. And there's Cake to say hello to everybody. Go bash yourself against the mic again. You forgot how quickly after me and Huey just spilled in your Metal Gear. It's like, right mate, there's that Metal Gear you wanted. Cake? No. I used to call a guy Peace Walker in school because every time I saw him he was eating his pieces and walking. Man, that's really good. There's Peace Walker again. Man, that kind of pattern reminds me like fucking. I think it was Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Yeah, Black Ops 2. One of the DLCs they added a gun in it called the Peacemaker, and I was watching a video of some folk playing it, and some boy goes, and it was like Scottish people playing it, and boy goes, "Oh here, what's that new What's that new Peacemaker gun like?" And the boy just replies, goes, "Ah, it's good. It makes sandwiches." So there you go. There's your Peace Walker. So good. Right, Cake. You just gotta keep parading back and forth. Right. I think we should just basically fire right into. You weren't saying like fire right into when I just sit here and I chat to you for a wee bit. Warming you up, warm myself up, and try to stop Block Cake from knocking over a camera. Right. Skittish. Remember not to click on start, it's click on. There we go. Ah, cool. Nice one, Cake. It's like she walks back and forth and like a clapper, and because she's still trying to get in like some of her summer coat in, I think. It's like the fur goes everywhere and it goes like into my nose and stuff. They're like proper shit. Scarlett's so handsome. Hiya, pal. How are you? How was last Friday, your movie stream? How did that go? Right. So yeah, I don't think we need to do the wetware thing again. Oh wait, no, we don't. We surely we just need to go into a trance. Because we'll go and speak to the boy in the shit film. Good stream. Yeah, that's like, that's what you want though. Shit films are really good though. They don't mean to be. Right, okay, connection to the USR guy. Excuse me. And this is the boys in the wall. He's not having a good time.
Hi, guy.
Hey there. Hello. She wasn't talking to you.
I wanted to speak to him again because I wasn't quite sure what the script was with him again. Like he's trying to infiltrate Cell or something like that, and something went wrong, hence why he's stuck in a wall. Something like that, anyway. Is this new? I think you've seen it advertised. So no, this is not a new game. I think it came out in, I want to say 2018. I could be wrong. However, it has been on sale recently, quite a wee bit. That's where you might have seen it being advertised as being on the sale things. I think Wadget Eye had like an advertisement, had an anniversary or something like that. So they were saying like, oh right, cool, you can get money off it and stuff. It is very, very good though. Which I was reading up stuff about this game, and it was released as like a 3-parter free game, just like the guy who developed this, Technocrat. He developed it for free and just put up online and stuff. It's like just a project that he was working on, and I think Wadget Eye were like, here, you've got something really, really good going on here. I'll help you kind of clean it up and make it into like one sort of story sort of thing. And then yeah, pumped like a lot of money into it, got like the voice acting and stuff sorted with it. So yeah, really, really cool. Right.
You alright?
Oh yeah, just peachy. Well, I would be if that imposter would go away.
I am not an imposter. I am the real.
Whose name?
Jensel says hi.
Oh, does she? Tell her she owes me double for this one. I lost touch with her hours ago.
She says you know a way out of here?
Well, sure. It's even easier when Central's down. Of course, I'm gonna need something from you.
So Jensel was is a hacker that we stumbled into in the TV when we connected to the TV and used the trance to go into like the TV world. So it's like a hacker in there called Jensel who was like trying to piece together the bombing to try and figure out who was behind it and stuff. So they've allowed us to see kind of echoes of the past. So Sesame, who we playing as now, knows fully well it was Dr. Regas that set the bomb off, and Dr. Regas is also the police officer that brought her into Cell as well. So she's like, right, okay, why the fuck did you bomb where I live, and why the fuck are you a police officer and bombing places? So.
Fine. What is it you want?
I need an edge to help me get rid of the chatterbox. For that, I need epinephrine. See if you can get them to bring any in.
And if they don't?
You look clever. You can probably find a way to make it.
Substance abuse is the curse of the working classes.
Why do you want this stuff?
The people here don't exactly know what they're doing. Cell's treatment might work, or I might walk out of here and straight to Greater Han. The epinephrine will give me enough of a boost to make sure it's me who wins the battle.
We must persevere in the great revolutionary struggle.
Plus, it's the kind of thing that most chemical synthesizers can make.
Wait, like a food machine?
Probably.
Okay. That's definitely pushes in the right direction, I think.
Don't go anywhere.
Ha, you're funny.
Yeah, because the last person we spoke to was Jensel, and I'll show you Jensel before I go and try and ask for this drug. So yeah, this is Jensel here, and like they've managed to hack and get into this kind of simulation. This echoes to the past sort of thing, which is kind of cool. I think you could have clicked that thing he made. Oh, really? Let's go back then. Oh, okay, right, yeah. Thank you very much, Scientologist. I was just like, cool, that's me away now. It's like, I think it's just because like he's like, right, this is what you need to do next. I'm like, right, well, I'm off to do it. And I wasn't paying attention to anything around me there. Oh, Aaron. Right,
I don't think this can store it.
right, okay. The .mol file representing 4,5 beta trihydroxy N-methyl. Oh, ya fucker. Here we go. Methylphenylene of fucking paper or epiphrine. I ain't a scientist. Can't say these words. While there isn't anything that you can do with it yourself, there may be another system that is compatible. He did mention the food machine. So this is the food machine here.
I can't just upload it onto the machine. I can't make a connection with it. I need to get inside it to get to its memory.
Okay.
It's different from mine, a whole lot older. There's a message on the panel. Insert coin, whatever that means.
Insert
Ugh,
another
how
coin.
much of this slop do I want in my pockets?
Apparently she doesn't want any more slop.
It won't bring up the menu. The insert coin message on the screen is in the way.
I just noticed a longer line in the bottom right as you went past it. See, I wasn't, again, wasn't paying attention to that whatsoever. Right, we can't put your epiphrine into it. It's covered up. But I guess that maybe use a fork to burst it open or something
The
like
fork won't fit in the seams around the edges. If I could find something more precise, though.
that. Okay. The coin? No, wait, I can't use the coin, so I just did that. Let's call the guy in.
Hi there. How can I help?
Can I speak to you?
Sure. Just a second.
Also, what did everyone have for their lunch? I'm falling behind on the usual questions that I ask you all. For me, I went back and had a cheese toastie. Vegan cheese, of course. And also had some leftover pasta from last night. It was super delicious. I probably shouldn't really be having cheese toasties, being that I've been told that I've got a fatty kidney. Fuck it. Scarlett had a bagel. What did you have on the bagel? Was it just a bagel that you had? Well, she not wetware it? Good question.
The guy in the bed? I know what's wrong with him. He's contracted a human resources Trojan.
How would you know this? Have you been trancing with him? Because then we might have to quarantine you as well.
No,
That's
I
this
had a
bitch.
friend come down with it.
Okay, then. I can get something to help.
Shit, this wee guy.
Unfortunately, I can only try to stabilize him for now. We have to wait for a specialist before we can try anything stronger.
Don't judge me, but I had chorizo and peanut butter. Fucking hell. I mean, that sounds ripping, to be honest. I love both those ingredients, so I'm not going to judge you at all. If anything, I'm going to praise you. Scarlett, you're a goddamn fucking genius. Scientologist had a banana, nice and healthy. Get that, what is it? It's in bananas, it's really good for you. I can't mind. It's pretty good. It's good for me because I used to get lots of cramps in my legs and stuff. And there's something in bananas that helps you against those. I can't remember what it is now. I want to say fucking zinc or some shit. Tea with Phil had 2 donuts, a cup of existential dread. Very, very nice. What kind of donuts were they? Were they just plain old donuts? Or like fudge donuts? Potassium, that's the one. Fucking zinc. You just know what I'm on about anyway. It's a chemical, it's a thing. These are my brains. Fiber. Fiber's good as well. Big ginger corn and the cob and carrots. Fucking hell, that's very healthy. Big change from you, Big Ginge. You usually have a big bowl of crisps. Your old little chocolate hazelnut ones. Not had them. They do sound incredible. D Froggy. The Froggy, how's it going, man? Thank you very much for coming by. Me and Z Froggy go back. Way, way back. You had pepperoni and cheese toasty. Very nice. Big Ginge. We had a huge cake yesterday and eating it fast. Nice. You know, everyone's having really fucking decent lunches. Like, you're not bad, Z Froggy. Yeah, I'm very well, man. I'm very, very well. Hi, I'm doing good. Just living the lockdown life, you know. Who's this wee fella?
Looks like it's full of medical stuff.
Hey,
Hi.
what are you doing to that drone?
I was just checking out the hardware. It's quite some gear you guys have.
I've done all I can for the moment. Let me know if it gets any worse, okay?
I'm just stealing all the shit from your robot. Don't worry about it. We got an injector, a scalpel, which I think we might be able to use a scalpel with this instead of use something finer.
Wow, this is some really old hardware. It's going to need some upgrading if I want to make it produce anything complex.
Right. Got a memory block, which we know which contains the recipes that the machine uses. Got an optical module. Fuck knows what that does. Amen to that, bud. Shame about the working from home, but yeah, like my wife, she's been working from home since the beginning of lockdown. Whereas I've been at college, and which is everything's kind of moved to online learning, which has been an absolute fucking shambles. Like proper shambles. Like some things have been some like assessments and stuff have been completely missed out. And it's like all over the place. Like they just had a meeting there the other day where they're looking at everyone's like past work for the year to try and gauge what kind of grade that we're going to get. We didn't have to do a graded unit anymore because we couldn't do it because of lockdown. Because our graded unit meant we had to go and actually talk to businesses and work with organisations. No one's going to give you that time. College shambles. Remind me back in the day. Yeah, it was a shambles, wasn't it? I think most of the shambles from college back in the day when me went was because I couldn't give a flying fuck about anything, and I just wanted to play World of Warcraft.
Looks like they cut costs by only giving the module a tiny lens. I'm going to need to find something bigger in order to produce anything more complex.
Fucking what was that?
Looks like they cut costs by only giving the module a tiny lens. I'm going to need to find something bigger in order to produce anything more complex.
Right.
A standard 1 terabyte memory block. This was apparently the only recipe available to Cell's food machine.
Well, now that we've opened up, we should be able to wetware it.
Either it's got some pretty tough shielding, or it's too old to be compatible. From the look of it, I'd say the second one.
No, okay. That. Yep, the good old days. I know, man. The good old fucking days. Good old World of Warcraft, though, eh? What a game. What a fucking game. What's the script?
I've already removed what I can.
Can we just put this into
I
it?
can't just upload it onto the machine. I can't make a connection with it. I need to get inside it to get to its memory.
Or can I maybe add it to the memory block? I don't know that's how things work in this. Oh, it does. Okay. But then we just add that back into the food machine
I
then.
hope it understands its new orders.
New orders are banned. There you go. So I've got a sub going as well. Fucking hell, man. Like, I really cannot play World of Warcraft again. Like, I'd get zapped right into it. Yeah. Like the day I stopped playing World of Warcraft is when me and my wife, we were starting to get like serious and stuff, like super serious. And I was like, you know what, I need to make a fucking big grown up man decision here. That I keep playing World of Warcraft or to pursue a relationship and try and be happy. So I was like, you know what, I'm getting rid of World of Warcraft right now. There you go. Now I'm married. But I have, however, a couple of months ago I started playing Final Fantasy 14. And
I've already removed what I can.
can I just...
Either it's got some pretty tough shielding, or it's too old to be compatible. From the look of it, I'd say the second one.
Yeah, I started playing Final Fantasy 14 a few months back, and it is very, very good. But it's also good in a way that it's not super, super grindy, like World of Warcraft was. So I'm going to get back into Final Fantasy 14 though. Vixen, who's my wife, has redeemed 900 glass checks to get blown a kiss. Who's the first person to redeem get blown a kiss. So, Vixen, this is for you. Love you. Wait till Shadowlands come out, might be worth a shout then. Wife is locked in now, so it's all good. That is true. I'm not going to argue with that logic. So is Shadowlands, is that the upcoming expansion to World of Warcraft then? Like, I'm so out of the loop. Like, I know they released Classic, and that's about it. Don't know where they are with the actual retail version of it. Right, how would I get this food
I've
machine
already
to work?
removed.
We do shoe. Don't. How? So we've got the module. What's this do?
I can't just put it back. I haven't done anything to it yet.
So I need to
The
do
optics
something to
aren't
it.
sensitive enough to construct molecules like that.
Okay. So that's. I need something to do something to this so it can create certain molecules.
Looks like they cut costs by only giving the module a tiny lens. I'm going to need to find something bigger in order to produce anything more complex.
Right, don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Let's go back into the trance. Speak to the guy in the wall, tell him that we've got the module thing in. Yeah, it's the next expansion. I think they're expecting a late release for this year with COVID. Yeah. Ah man, like honestly, I could not play World of Warcraft again. World of Warcraft, it's just too much for me. Okay, I struggle enough to play the games I want to play at the moment anyway.
Hi, guy.
Hey there.
Hello.
She wasn't talking to you.
Okay, nothing I can do there.
Huh. You're funny.
Hey, you go anywhere, mate. That was a wee joke because he's stuck on a wall. Let's speak to Jinso. Okay, what's happening here?
I've got a question.
Yes.
Okay, I'll speak. I'll do a lot of speaking here.
Come on, I need to get back in there.
I'm sorry, I have to keep this port open for our data miners. Plus, it may not be safe for you.
They've already got me in here. What's the worst that could happen?
Think it through. If whoever has been targeting you notices you've come back online,
They'd realize I was still alive.
and exactly where you are. I'm sorry, but until we find out exactly who they are and what they want, you're going to have to remain out of the trance.
What's Guy's job then?
He's a good friend of our cause, works as a relay. We keep a connection open to him, and he finds a way to get as physically close as possible to secure systems.
He looks like he could do with your help.
His link was lost several hours ago.
The Trojan psychophage she's infected with.
He has used some risky tactics for getting inside Cell before. While successful, it appears that his work may have overcome him.
What's your beef with Cell anyway? It must be something pretty big to go after one of the most secure systems in the world.
In an organization like ours, the word secure raises red flags. The mere fact that Cell is so opaque tells us they've something they feel worth hiding.
I've never had any problems with them. They seem to do all right running the city.
As long as you remain within your ever-flexible world of the trance, certainly. You may, however, miss that which happens in the tangle of the real that Central controls. And today there was an opportunity we just couldn't pass up.
Something's wrong with Central. Did you do it?
Not us. We've never seen anyone quite so devastatingly successful. A multi-vector heuristic denial of service attack against Central's inner systems.
But for that, you'd need thousands.
Hundreds of thousands of systems, well prepared, working in synchronicity. Or access to its innermost workings. It's almost too good to be true, all of Central down at a moment's notice.
How's the city still running?
They'll have auxiliary mechanisms in place. Newton's autonomic nervous system to Central's higher brain functions.
But with Central suddenly down, Cell's security system was weaker than ever.
Precisely. An opportunity that Jahilia couldn't pass up.
I read Yashiki sometimes. What's wrong with them?
That depends. If you want the banal and the trivial, they're absolutely fine. By having a stranglehold on the world's media industry, they are capable of controlling what the majority of the population are aware of.
Are they lying to us?
No, merely deceiving.
Huh?
What they want people to know, they'll report wholly, truthfully, and factually. This is how they've established their credibility. If they or their allies wish something to be suppressed, they've thousands of hackers on staff to destroy systems that pose a threat.
You're kidding.
Not at all. They lead the world in private sector espionage through a number of subsidiaries. As far as Jahilia are concerned, the things most worth knowing are those that others wish hidden. That is why we work against Chishiki, to ensure that the world knows the whole truth.
A lot of information there.
This apartment looks almost exactly like mine. Well, except for all the data artifacts. And it's cleaner.
Not surprising, since it was right above yours.
Are you sure that agent wasn't targeting this apartment?
Unlikely. The occupant was away long term. Together with trapping you within your apartment and outside of the trance.
Yeah, I thought so. Just hoped it might be someone else they were after. Then I could get back to my trance. Guy's going to help me get out, but what then? I can't exactly go home anymore.
We have much to discuss, and that would be better done on a secure site. There are a number of terminal nodes we use as drop points. One of those will suffice. But remember, do not access the trance on the net until we confirm it's safe.
Any idea why they're after me?
Have you been hacking anyone you shouldn't have?
Nobody who tried to kill me anyway. Could it be related to Cell? It was an agent who planted the bomb.
Not directly. If it was, they'd have finished you rather than keeping you prisoner. I have some theories as to what's going on, but we'll know more for certain later.
Once you've had a chance to pull data out from Central while it's down.
Exactly.
Thanks.
Off one.
Off one. Right, that was a lot of information there. A lot of it which might have just went. Oh, right. We need to get out of this trance. We speak to this boy now.
Hello? Huh. Guess he doesn't feel like talking.
Isn't compatible with wetware. You're unable to form a connection. I wasn't really one that. I just thought I could like soak it up or something like that. Inject wetware into something.
Looks like they cut costs by only giving the module a tiny lens. I'm going to need to find something bigger in order to produce anything more complex.
See, the only thing I can think of, like, it needs a bigger lens. There was glass up there, but it's broken now. to form a bigger lens. We wouldn't be able to form a lens with any of this shit in here.
I can't inject that.
We can't inject it. What does it say about the injector? The hypodermic injector gun. Doesn't look like it's... Oh, so it's like a gun. I was wondering what like the green bit at the bottom was. I was just like... This is going to sound very fucking stupid. I'll probably gonna laugh, but I thought it was seaweed. I was just like straight away, I was like, that's wrapped in seaweed. But then I never gave it much more thought than why would it be wrapped in seaweed? I got it out of a machine. Fucking honestly, man. Like a big camera lens, eye. There is that big camera lens, wasn't there? Well, we couldn't get into it. Alright.
I can't reach it.
Yep, okay. You need to climb on the table first. You have to do it.
I can reach it, but I'm going to need something to get it open with.
Right, okay. We've got the scalpel.
This might be
Robot.
useful.
Some boy.
I've already got it open.
Right, got it open. Yes. Alright, okay. Oh man, he took the lens.
I've upgraded the optical component with the camera's super-powered lens. I think it looks better.
Thank you very much, robot. Yeah, that's what it was. I couldn't get into it previously, but it's because I didn't have enough tools. That's the problem when you're like, you're sort of midway through, I'm assuming I'm midway through like a scenario and we've given it some time, come back to it, you forget things that you've done or reasons why you couldn't do things. That's the excuse I'm going to use anyway.
There. It should be a lot more sensitive with that now.
Right, cool.
Let's see what it can do now. It won't bring up the menu. The insert coin mess.
Okay, yeah, quite a... 2 number 9s.
It didn't sound like the machine enjoyed that. At least it managed to make me a cartridge of epinephrine.
Oh, there you go.
The cartridge is mounted in the ejector.
And then we'll inject this boy with some seaweed. Boof.
Now let's see if he holds up his end of the bargain.
And then... Go into a wee trance to speak to him. Surely the guy outside would get an alert that you just ripped the camera apart. I know there's a lot of things that's just like, why has that happened? Or why has that not happened? It's like originally that camera has food on it because we threw food at it, and the guy came in. He's like, "Oh, I so and so will be upset about that," and he just left. He's like, "Well, are you not going to clean it?" And now we've just ripped it apart, and he's just not said a single thing. Also, the other thing I remembered was like to make the what's in here. Oh, we won't be able to see it because then we're in a trance. But the wetware, we had to like cook it. But we cooked it by getting paper set on fire from the burst light. Excuse me. And then put it in a bin and let it cook for 80 minutes. It's like, what the fuck is that paper made out of if it can burn for 80 minutes? That's wild. Anyway, see, these are the things, these are stupid things I think about. Anyway, let's go speak to our man in the wall. He's got rid of the Trojan anyway, so that's good.
Feeling better?
A whole lot, thanks.
Okay.
I managed to get rid of the knockoff. Give me a few hours, I'll be out of the wall and can help you leave.
I haven't got a few hours. What can you do now?
From here? Not much, but I could give you some options.
I need more than helpful suggestions.
I've got control of one of the utility drones. They use them for moving Kit around the building.
I might be able to escape if I was better equipped.
Atta girl. I've sent you the link to the drone. She'll be in your hub.
He's a nut. Let's go see this drone then. No fire. There you go. No fire alarms either, which is odd. Oh, maybe in the future you don't need fire alarms. So we've got the security systems for the drone. Ah. Okay. It's powered down. Apparently the utilities drone you inhabit can't communicate with it. That'll be us there. Oh, this is really cool. Just doing a wee scoot about. Yeah, we're over this way, aren't we? We're over to the right. Don't mind me, I'm just a drone that's gonna drive by. Guess we become pals with the drone.
Please do not interrupt active drone.
You won't sit still long enough to get it open.
Right.
I can't use it like that.
So I was thinking about throwing food on the ground for it to pick up. But to be
I may be good, but even I can't breach it quickly enough. That officer would see me.
He wouldn't see you though because the camera's not there. The sheet. Oh, like fucking like capture it like a goose or something. There you go.
Come on, shoo!
Warning, power contact lost.
Okay. I thought it meant like kick fuck. See that robot fucking end its life. Yeah, I thought it would be like kind of like capture it like a goose. I don't know why I'm saying capture it like a goose, but I like throw a sheet over it. I didn't think it has to be connected to the floor at all times to be powered. Oh well.
That doesn't need surgery.
That's need surgery. How do you know that? You're not a doctor.
It's powered down. Hacking it won't work.
Okay.
As cool as it is,
No, I don't want to do that. No.
this might be useful.
Picked up a cutting laser. A cutting laser, the kind that Cell Search and Rescue would use in emergency. Oh what? Cut my way out. Oh yeah, the air vent. Come on, baby. Surely this is us leaving this fucking waiting room. Yes! A wee mini lightsaber. Oh, that didn't make a lot of noise worth investigating.
Ahem.
Dr. Lau, you have a visitor.
Oh, good evening, Dr. Lau.
Hello? And you are... Surely you recognize him.
Oh yeah, we were working on an event a million days ago. Yeah. I almost forgot that event was there. I was just like, then something in my head was like, oh yeah, they said something. She said something about it's like proper cut. It's like built into the wall, so he's cut out. There you go. No, I do not remember this guy. And yeah, the security are very sloth-like. The security, for it being like it's like center police operation sort of thing with like it's controlled by an AI and stuff. The security is really shit. It's really bad. You know, all you need to do is like I think the thing is that it wasn't even a cell. Like that wasn't like a jail cell that we're in. That was a waiting room. But we still couldn't leave and stuff because people would see us. But apart from the fact that you throw food to cameras and stuff and take lenses out of them and no one bothers you, you know.
I'm afraid you'll have to enlighten me.
This is Dr. Vargas, the Central Operations Coordinator.
Now, Galatea, there's no need to be quite like that. The fact that I am not widely recognized perhaps indicates how successful we are.
Yes, you're right, Father.
Vargas? Dr. Eduardo Vargas?
Quite so, Dr. Lau.
What brings you from the Fulcrum Tower, sir?
A most grave matter, I'm afraid. One I believe you specifically to be most suited to handle.
Shall I, Father?
Please do, Galatea.
Central, I believe the audio EM capture system in this room to be faulty. Please run a deep diagnostic on the system.
Certainly, Miss Vargas. Beginning scan.
We have perhaps 2 minutes until the diagnostic cycle is complete.
Dr. Lau, have you heard of a gentleman by the name of Baxter?
We have. He's a baddie. Paul IRL. How's it going, man? Thank you very much for popping by. You just missed maybe about 10 minutes ago, 10-15 minutes ago, some World of Warcraft chat. I know that you're into World of Warcraft. I believe that you're streaming it later as well, so... yeah, I'm glad that you're well. How are we only on chapter 4? Is there 10 chapters, and are we only on the 4th chapter? Well, that shows you, like, I mean... Maybe it's because of things like this, because I just sit back and like to talk shite and not actually play the game. But yes, we do know Baxter.
Adam Baxter, convicted murderer.
And a brilliant engineer in his time.
Yes, I've heard of him. My partner had a history with him. His parole hearing and eventual release really got to Dr. Regis.
Quite so, poor Viksha. I don't think Charlie ever got over it. And unfortunately, it appears that he's taking things into his own hands.
Also, it seems to be that every puzzle that we play as Sesame, it takes me absolutely ages to do it. Because always, like, her wants to be like, you're locked in a room, try to get out, and I'm like... And the thing is, like, you don't need to explore that much, because also you're in one room, and all the answers are there. But it takes me so long. Yeah, what did you talk about? We talked about how there's no way that I have time to play World of Warcraft anymore. But Steve Froggy, who's in chat, me and him went to college years ago when I was like 18, and we played a lot of World of Warcraft back then. And he still plays now and then, which is cool. Steronite, hey, how's it going, man? Thank you very much for popping by. Hope you're very well. Hope you're very, very well. You know, yeah.
You have a connection to Regis as well?
Quite so. He worked for me in a research team, as did Baxter in the same project.
And Viksha Regis?
Precisely. We lost half of the team in one fell swoop that day.
Dr. Lau, when did you last see Dr. Regis?
Last night, before Central went into siege mode. Why? What's happened?
This morning, Dr. Baxter was found dead in his workplace.
Woofed.
Oh no. Oh, Charlie, no.
I share your concern, Dr. Lau.
Central believes Dr. Regis to be the most likely suspect. He would have known that Central would be unable to provide oversight during the siege.
And he had no shortage of motive, as I'm sure you'd agree.
You quit in... Yeah, I quit playing World of Warcraft in Cataclysm. I done like the main quest line and stuff, and I'm pretty sure I got like all the factions to their maximum level, and then yeah, and then I was just like, you know, it's time to stop playing, and then moved on. Sesame and pineapple, the stream meal. The big bowl of sesame and pineapple. We were vanilla babies. We started off in vanilla. Actually, I think yous were all vanilla, and I didn't start playing to Burning Crusade, I think. So, pretty much vanilla. It does take up a lot of time. It takes way too much time. And like, I like to try and complete games, so it's just like one of those ones like, I can't keep playing this. I need to finish games. I need stories and stuff.
It just doesn't sound like him, though. He had other outlets, like his garden.
I don't fully agree with Central's assessment either. That is why I'm activating you on this case.
You want me to investigate Baxter's murder with my partner as the prime suspect? Isn't that a pretty serious conflict of interest?
It is within my prerogative to select agents I feel appropriate for casework, if necessary. Using it to aid an old friend, a good man, like Charlie Regis, I think that's worthwhile.
Remember that your primary responsibilities are to the law and to this city.
Why did you cut those feet?
You're the controller of Central Operations. Why would you need to cut the camera feed with a trick like that?
I apologize, but for the sake of city security...
Yeah, can't tell me. Classified, ultra, violet A, etc.
I'm glad you understand.
I might understand, but I'm not happy about it.
Noted, Dr. Lau.
I think I've heard enough.
That's good to hear. I'll have Galatea email the case data to you. If I can be of any further help, don't hesitate to drop by my office.
At the top of the Fulcrum Tower. Make an appointment beforehand.
Diagnostic cycle of monitoring systems complete. No wetware or firmware anomalies detected. However, please ask Dr. Regis to stop obstructing the lens assembly.
I wish you luck with your work, Dr. Lau. For Regis's sake.
I love how you still have the bloodied sex doll maid thing here. It's just like, surely they would have done something with that by now. In case folk are wondering, like, they've not been around for the whole of Technobabylon so far, this Chantal is a synthetic made robot which killed a man, hence the blood all over its pinny and her hands. She legit ripped a man's intestines out, and it's just being kept there like a fucking Christmas tree. So there you go. So Regis is now the key suspect of killing a dude called Baxter. Baxter originally murdered Legacy's wife back in the day. However, Baxter had like a cleansing thing on his brain, which basically stopped him being emotional, and would make him not able to commit any more crimes. However, he has been, apparently. It's a bit... What's happened there?
Got to wait till the AI lab have had their turn analyzing her. Then she's all mine.
Alright. What do we have? We got wetware.
Got to wait till the AI...
Okay. How about we look at our terminal, because he said something about T-mail. We've never played as Lau before as well, so this is the first time. So this is from Vergas. Dr. Lau, as authorized by City Systems Administrator Dr. Eduardo Vargas. Please find access to the investigation's that's it. Access to the investigation's case files enclosed. If you wish to discuss the case in person with the administrator, please make an appointment beforehand. Let's have a wee attachment.
Ow! Hey, what was that?
We've just downloaded something, apparently, to ourselves. Then we got an email from Regis, so just saying that Max Lau. That's it. We've got an email from Central about mind jackings. Dr. Lau, thank you for the summary of the so-called mind jacking investigations. It's evident that some of Dr. Regis's talent investigation has found its way into your work, but please be aware that you need to also emulate his less helpful behavioural path. Oh, so we just got a wee telling off. This is from Edward Lau. Please come home. Max, it doesn't matter what Mum said. What Mom said. I don't really understand why you did it either. But I'm not going to judge you. I miss you, and they won't admit it. But Mum and Dad too. Please come home, Max. That city, that life, it'll change you. Eddie. Kiss, kiss. Right. Okay, so that's just the outline of the case we've been set on. 18 people being murdered from brain jackings, which is there's a guy going around essentially data, like stealing data from people's brains, When he does that, it shuts down their brain and it kills them. And there's been 18 victims so far. Category: homicide, breaking and entering, abuse of public office. Dr. Lau. Oh, so this is like the new case. So on 11th of July 2087, Dr. Adam Baxter, excuse me, was found dead by co-workers at Vickerman Tatsumoto Telepresence Laboratory in the Northeast Network. Cell has been contacted and Case Officer Lau activated for the investigation. Victims to date: Baxter, former organic computing researcher for City of Newton, recently paroled from rehabilitation sentence. So yeah, that's what I was talking about. His rehabilitation sentence was him getting numbed, sort of thing, stopping him from acting out. The suspects is Regis, which is our partner, spouse of Vishka Regis, victim of a murder by Dr. Baxter, was detected entering laboratories on the 10th of July 2087 and leaving 100. I thought that was going to be an address. That's why I was like 128. 128 minutes later. Minute 5072 with a raid. Hello. Mick, afternoon. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, man, I'm doing very well. How are you? Thank you once again, Minute, for the raid. Minute likes to raid after some carton. Every Tuesday and every Thursday at 2 o'clock British Summer Time. Minute 5072 hosts like an hour and a wee bit of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. If you're into it, you should definitely check it out. He posts all the details up on his Twitter, which is at Minute 5072. I used to play when I had time to do it, and then I started doing the streams, and I really don't have the time to do it, but it's really good. Especially for just one guy, a friend of ours called Lucas, who is notorious for throwing green shells and them bouncing back and hitting them. It's phenomenal. Thanks, babe. Promoting the competition. There's no competition. For I have already won. No, that's a joke. I'm promoting you because I love you. That's fine. I think we should just give you guys a call, although maybe calling him inside cell's a bad idea. See what it says.
No answer.
He started green shelled himself in Battlefront 2 as well. Oh no. That reminds me, I need to download Battlefront 2 and all that from PlayStation Plus. Thanks, brother. Anytime. Carton sticks together, you know. Look in Regis' desk.
Sorry, Regis.
Look at this photograph.
A physical photograph. The team. February 2067.
Oh, aye. Someone's been scored out. So we've got Nina, Adam, Eduardo, Gwen, Vicky, and Charlie. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. That's Adam. Okay, that's Baxter. Okay. Also, he would score him out because he killed Vicky.
Regis is probably the only person I know who'd want his picture on paper. I guess defacing a digital one just isn't the same.
No way, just stuck in his ways. Stuck in his ways, that fucking old man. Right. Let's shoot off. Let's go to the crime scene. Vickerman Pharmaceutical Laboratory.
Wow, that's a lot of green.
420, blaze it and all that.
Great, they finally sent someone. You here to get the body out?
Maybe. I'm Max Lau, cell case specialist.
No kidding. I'm the lab director, Dr. Zvidzai Chigwa. Make it quick, I'm busy.
What do you do
What's your role here?
I'm the supervisor for the telepresence factoring labs. Most of it's automatic. I just make sure it's all running like it should.
Sounds like a big responsibility.
It's a lousy job most of the time. TP is where management sticks people they don't want in public-facing roles.
You're not happy with it?
For the last few years, my career has been one disaster after another. I'm just glad it's plateaued into some kind of stability.
Can you tell me what happened?
Baxter got killed.
In any more detail?
When we started this afternoon, a whole lot of samples had been tampered with. We tried to call Baxter to find out what the hell was going on in the specimen bank.
And he didn't answer?
He didn't. Turned out the door to the specimen bank was locked too.
You haven't seen the body?
No, not in person, if that's what you mean. We got the camera feed online, but it was obvious that Baxter wasn't going to be coming out.
When did you last see him?
Guess it could have been Wednesday?
So he could have been killed any time in the past 3 days?
I guess, but it wouldn't fit with everything else.
What's the purpose of this lab? Plant studies?
Yes and no. It's a TP lab, telepresence. There's a lot of research that's not exactly legal in some countries.
But in Newton, pretty much anything goes.
Exactly. If someone in the EU needs research done on something hazardous, infectious, or endangered, they send the orders here and we carry out the testing.
What sort of research?
Mostly we make new angiosperms from scratch. That's flowering plants to you.
Gee, thanks. Why would people want new flowers?
Sometimes it's a drug delivery method. The earliest commercial examples were fruit that grew packed with insulin. A lot of new wetware begins its life as engineered fruit, too.
Must be awkward if they cross-pollinate in the wild.
And a legal headache. Part of our job is making sure the copy protection works.
Copy protection in plants? Ouch.
Toilet paper. Every time that she said TP so far in my head, I'm just like, toilet paper. Also, I meant to say this earlier, but whenever they say the word engineer, which is genetic engineering, I can't help but see it as ginger engineering. So in my head, it's just like, oh, they're making ginger people. Or teacher's pet. This is teacher's pet laboratory where we make smart people, the brown-nosed teachers.
You've got a keen mind. What's your take on this?
Hey, I'm not the detective, young lady. You know what I think? I think Regis did what they ought to have done 20 years ago.
Why do you say that?
Seems logical. We've got him coming into the labs on security, then we got him coming out an hour later. When we get here, we've got Baxter's corpse contaminating the specimen bank.
Anything else?
Well, something strange. Since we got in, we keep finding samples that have been tampered with. Looks like he spent his hour here messing up the genomes of our specimens.
That quickly?
If anyone was good enough to do it that fast, it'd be Charlie.
Aside from yourself, who else works in this laboratory?
There's my intern, Martin Neester, operates the factoring line. If you meet him, it's easy to see why they put him in here. And until recently, there was Dr. Baxter.
Tell me about Mr. Neester.
He came over from Eurofed on a study program. He's young. I guess we're all like that in our youth.
Good colleague?
He's all right. He got on board with that annoying Maladist trend. He knows how to follow instructions, so I let him get on with it.
His visa still active?
Dr. Lau, we do not employ undocumented illegals in this lab.
Just have to check. I'm sure you understand. Tell me about Dr. Baxter.
Oh, he was bad enough to work with in the 60s. As part of his parole, they stuck a governor in his head. Since then, it's like talking to a badly written synthetic.
You don't care for him a great deal.
That man killed Vicky. Frankly, he deserved what he got.
But you still work with him.
He worked for me. It was another part of his parole. Vickerman's management persuaded centralized government that his skills were going to waste in prison. The company wanted him supervised by someone who knew him. Hence, they dragged my sorry ass in.
What did you have him doing?
He organized the specimen bank. It's the kind of thing we could just leave him at for hours on end. Days, sometimes. Really, it could have just been done by the facility's AI, but I had to give him something.
Otherwise, you'd have to talk to him.
Exactly.
That's it, keep him busy.
You knew Regis as well.
Yeah, I was on a research team with him and his wife back in the 60s. Baxter, too.
You've apparently known him a long time. Does this seem like something Regis would do?
Oh, after what he did to Vicky, I'd have strangled Baxter too. I tell you, if he did do it, I wouldn't blame him one bit.
Do you think he did it, though?
I don't know. He was always kinda shady.
Tell me about it.
They made him do some real awful stuff out in the hot zones.
Such as?
Let's just say his escape led to a whole lot of people being jailed for war crimes.
I was gonna say, wasn't she in the photo that we picked up from the desk? I think she was. That's a lot of talking in this bit here.
You seem preoccupied.
That obvious, huh? We found a couple of specimens that Regis tampered with in his hour here. So I gotta run through the catalog and dig out the backups.
Sounds straightforward.
Not when there's 11,000 samples to take.
Oofed.
Oh, I could punch Regis for this. Though, I want to shake his hand for Baxter so it kinda evens out.
What's been done to the samples?
He's used a customized viral vector to add huge amounts of junk DNA to their genomes. These are the last two I found, Medioflorens interensis and Linacia lawsonis.
May I have a look?
Do you think it'll help?
Just a hunch. Huh. Non-binary. Quaternary data string?
What do you mean?
My wetware systems are interpreting the genomes of these plants as sections of an audio file. He's used the DNA to store information.
You think so?
It's incomplete. The two samples only make up a third of the data. But M and L, my initials? This can't be a coincidence. He's left a message.
What does it say?
Not sure yet. I could probably construct the whole message if I can find where he's hidden the rest of it.
Safe to say it's in the other plants he's engineered. Here, take this. You can sample DNA from the plants around the lab. If you run out of sampling cartridges, you can reload it at this console.
Thanks. How long would it take to sample everything in the lab?
Only a couple of years. We have over 11,000 subjects. You're better off looking for specimens that would fill the gaps in the clue he left.
Fucking hell, there's more information. Didn't need to do that.
So, you worked with Regis and his wife, as well as Baxter. Did you also work for Dr. Vargas?
That pompous ass? Yeah, I worked for him.
You don't care for him?
He was a competent researcher, but he lives for politics. Everything was always about making the world a better place.
And you don't think it should be better?
It's a nice idea, just not realistic. And what we ended up making, it was... actually, never mind.
Why?
What happens in the specimen bank?
It's where the samples of plants and growth matrices are stored. There's a huge library of subjects to work with, natural and man-made.
And that's where Baxter worked?
Yeah, it's not exactly taxing. I wanted to see what he could do since they put a governor in him.
You left him to work alone in there?
I'll be honest, he was not a pleasant man to talk to.
I wonder why Regis hid a message inside the DNA of these plants.
DNA's been used as a data storage medium before. Rather than on-off binary, DNA would be quaternary bits. Adenine, guanine, thymine, and cytosine. If he just left a message on one of the systems, though, or even on paper...
Then someone could have destroyed or erased it. Short of burning down the entire lab, they'd have no way to be sure they destroyed a message hidden like this.
Especially since he scrambled so many of the other samples as camouflage.
He needs to make sure it's found, and based on the layout, he wants me to find it.
The mad shit. Z Froggy, thank you very much for the follow there. Thank you very much, man. Is there any other samples that
Have you found anything else with added genetic data?
As a matter of fact, I have. There was a batch of Orchidaceae isotria in the growth lab, and... I can't remember exactly which specimen the other was. I do remember that it had blue flowers, broad leaves, and very, very small fruit.
Also, I've just noticed there that it seems like Streamlabs is a little bit fucked with my alerts. Because normally if someone follows I didn't see if Macho Man comes up, but usually Macho Man Randy Savage comes up and he says about the cream rising to the top. Cream rising to the top. I definitely didn't hear that. Nah, it was a default zombie thing. Oh really? Yeah, that fucking zombie thing. Right, okay. I need to look into that then. It might just be an issue with Streamlabs' servers or something like that. Well, the Froggy. Usually it would be Macho Man Randy Savage saying about cream rising to the top. Just picture that in your head. That's what you would have got.
Why didn't the facility's CI detect Baxter's vitals suddenly failing? It's a potentially hazardous environment in here.
We were wondering that as well. This afternoon we noticed the monitoring system in the sample lab was in recursion. All hell broke loose when the CI suddenly realized what had happened.
So either you got a technical fault with the software or wetware interfacing.
Which is unlikely given how much they cost.
Or someone breached the security systems to cover Baxter's murder. That gives me more hope. Regis would have no idea how to do that.
Aye.
What sort of research were you conducting in the 60s?
You mean with Charlie and his wife? You might not believe it, but we were the people behind Central.
Central? The city governing AI Central?
The same. Newton was looking for a coordinator AI. Vargas put together a team, including the new Mr. and Mrs. Regis.
Nuke me. Regis never mentioned anything about this.
It wasn't a happy memory for him. He left after the unpleasantness. We finished the project a few months later.
Huh. Might explain why he hates Central's guts.
Cool.
Have you found anything else with added genetic data?
That one.
As a matter of fact, I have. There was a batch of Orchidaceae isotria in the growth lab and...
And?
I can't remember exactly which specimen the other was. I do remember that it had blue flowers, broad leaves, and very, very small fruit.
Okay, we need to remember that one. Blue flowers, broad leaves, small fruit. Need to remember that one.
Is that all?
That
For
would
now.
be us.
Then if you'll
finished
excuse
talking
me,
to her.
I'll get back to work.
There's a really, really big bit of dialogue. Classic macho. I know. Rest in peace. Rest in peace his fucking soul. Drysdales, thank you very much for popping by, man. You're busy at the moment, but I've got your lurk. That's perfectly fine, man. Lurk away. You enjoy the lurk. As you see, I've been tanning lots of water, so I need to go for a wee piss. Which usually I kind of time the piss breaks quite well. So help yourselves to a piss. Help yourselves to something to drink. Just don't drink the piss. And help yourself to something to eat. And we'll be just right back. And we are back. The Froggy. You love pish? Well, I'm not going to kink shame you. If you love pish, then that's good. As long as you love it, you don't hurt anyone else, it's all fine. Don't drink the piss. Somewhere Bear Grylls has started foaming at the mouth. The sheer audacity of that statement. Again, ain't no kink shaming in this stream. Although, how many bears can Bear Grylls grill if Bear Grylls could grill bears? That's a little question for you. Think about that one for a wee second. Right, okay, so we've got the genome data, we've got the DNA sampler.
A physical photograph. Regis
That's right
is
there.
probably... Hey, there's Dr. Chigwa as well.
Just show her the photograph.
Excuse me, Dr. Chigwa?
Make it quick, I'm busy. Is
Cannot.
that all?
For now.
Then if you'll excuse me, I'll get back to work.
Make you think. It certainly does. I like to think if Bear Grylls could grow bears, how many bears could... How many bears... yeah. If Bear Grylls could grow bears, I like to think that he would grill quite a lot of bears. Depends on the situation that he's in. Like, I'd imagine he'd be able to build like a grilling station out of actual shit. Like he just grill as many bears as he wants to. These wee guys. What the fuck are these? Wee dudes that just fart into the air.
Better not. It might tell the lab director.
Right, okay. So...
I better not. If I start taking every single specimen, I'll be here for days.
I know, but... Right, okay, there's blue plants here.
I better not. If I start taking every single specimen, I'll be here for days.
Right. Go into production lab, I guess. Alrighty. Who are you?
Hi there.
12-year-old question. John Gol, anyone? I said John Gol.
Huh?
My name's Dr. Max Lau. I'm a cell case specialist.
And so the evil regularly laughed at deadly hair.
What the fuck is this guy talking about?
My name's Dr. Max Lau. I'm a cell case specialist.
Did March lend her a lot of money?
My name's Dr. Max Lau. I'm a cell case specialist.
Monsters angrily destroyed the secret paper.
You're not making any sense.
Era of moral crisis, punishment of evil, you may suffer from moral law.
Are you alright?
Only one parent quietly spat on the electric chair.
Can I get your name?
What time do we think we want it to be?
Okay. What's your role at this facility?
Tomorrow's isn't.
Uh-huh. What happened here?
When the plumber showed them a photograph.
I see. I give up.
Camouflage paint likes to take a walk in the park.
Camouflage plant, like, paint like to take a walk in the park. Right. There's no point in talking to that boy, because he's... Oh, so that's Neaster. Right, yeah, he's just talking absolute shite, so...
I better not. If I start taking...
Right, okay. I'm just seeing blue. Don't fucking shout at me, Dr. Lau. Dr. Lau. Oofed.
Oh
That
god,
is...
what a mess.
It's a very, very dead man.
Nothing unusual found on the body central. Estimation on time of death?
The climate control in the specimen lab is compromising your sensors. Ambient temperature is just above freezing.
Right, okay. So we need to... We need to do something about the temperature then. Select store seed samples for retrieval. Undergoing web organization, specifically targeting pollinating insects. Hence being made to isolate useful genome sections and reduce incidence of fatal consumption side effect. The common oat. New strains are currently in development to cope with rapidly changing European climate. Formerly extinct genius in ginseng family. Ginseng family. Being brought out of extinction. Clients USA. Formerly extinct branch of Apaidae. Being tested to be used as contraceptive abortion efficient additive to food. Jeez, oh. Discovered recently in Amazon conservation zone. Being tested for marketable traits. It's like me after a bog visit, like you just fucking lose your head. Big shite and your heat just falls off. Edible member of the Begonia genus, being developed as a convenience food modification to increase sugar. Going testing, increase falling through water content. Made. Current Ecuadorian. what the fuck all this is. As for artificial enhancements in climate survivability. Engineer, producer, and delivery vector of facial hallucinogen spark, i.e. spark fruit. Parasitic and extremorphic. High quality timber. Under modification to robust crop. Salt-tolerant shrub. Fruit modified as production delivery mechanism. Extremophile found in asteroids and comets. Grows dangerously quickly in atmosphere. Bio is a biohazard. Lacks chlorophyll genes, control non-photosynthetic properties. A garden bee edition.
It's some kind of slime. Maybe I should just sample that. I've taken a DNA sample from it. It's the DNA sampler Dr. Chigwa gave me. I need to take samples from plants I think Regis hid the rest of his message in.
So is the plant going to be there that I need?
Update Central.
What is the situation, Dr. Lau?
Dr. Baxter is certainly dead.
Sure.
He's been decapitated, and not cleanly either.
His head has been removed.
More like destroyed. At a glance, this would be the most likely cause of death.
What is your estimation of the incident, Dr. Lau?
There's too much we can't say for sure. We don't know precisely when Baxter was murdered. We can't even be sure that this was the cause of death.
That is a fair assessment. A clearer picture will no doubt follow the autopsy.
Don't send in anyone yet. I still need to carry out a preliminary.
I understand. Continue your investigation of events surrounding the incident.
Understood. Lau out. I hope I can find something to get Regis off the hook.
Right, I'm going to come back to this room. You think the main thing is initials, right? I was thinking initials as well. Just when I was speaking, when I was speaking to Central there, I was like, there has to be something other than the description of the plant that we've got, because it's not giving us a description of what the plant looks like. It's just what the plant does. So I was thinking, well, maybe it's something to do with initials. So I was like, well, we'll continue to have a look around, and we'll come back to it in case there's something that we need to pick up, or anything that can push us in the right direction.
Warning: security clearance not valid for access to Growth Lab. Vickerman Pharmaceuticals thanks you for your cooperation.
What a voice. But we can't go in there. So I guess that we actually do. We just need to like fire into it then. Right. So that was the audio recording made out of the data that we just had in the lab specimens DNA. You must be paranoid. You're always known just to be a lot more straightforward when he tries to tell you some people things. So we got M. What was that? That was MI.
I'm going to need to find where he's hidden the rest of the mess.
So that was the data found in MI. MI and LA. MI, LL. Know what I fucking think that is? Notice how there's 6 things there. There's 6 people in that fucking. There's 6 people in that photo, right?
A physical photo.
Right, the 6 people in that photo. It could be the initials for all of them. But MI is... Oh, it won't be, because one of them is Max Lau. That's us. And one of them is LL, which... I don't know who that would be. Max Lau is 6 characters. That is. See, I was thinking it's something to do with the initials of people in this photo. I don't think it is now.
Regis is probably the only person I know who'd want his picture on. Hey, there's Doc.
Then another one. So we've got ML and LL. But LL would make sense. This is maybe he's trying to spell something out. I was just like looking at all the names. That one's called Pessum. We Pessum Sativum. What one did we pick up? We picked up that one, didn't we? AT. You know what? I'm going to write in all these of this. It's time to get the good old fucking pen and paper out. We got Saladin, 1345, and then we've got that fucking thing from Broken Sword as well, which was a fucking pain in the hoot. Right. Do I have a pen? Should have a pen. Have a pen. It's good to know. Right. We have AT. What's Serena's doing? See what the chat is saying. For one, X is a good start. Does anybody comment? Oh god, that thing. I mean, that thing was mainly bad because of poor design. From poor interface would be the right word. Fucking hell, cake. Launch yourself within the PC. Right. I think X is a good start. If we want to try and spell out Max. We've got AT. This is where, like, pixelated letters looks absolute shite. Got AR. Got AS. S. Then we've got AB. AS. We've got another AS. Then we've got AP. BC. BO. HS. KB. LS. LE. We got MA. What? N. E. Pissum. Pissum shitum. Then we've got TK. XT. Right, we got that. and then the ones in the genome data. MI. LL. Ah, okay. I think folk were even saying that. I think Big James was saying MI. Well.
I'm going to need to...
Right. That's all the fucking initials that we've got. Okay. So on the left hand side, we've got 3 things like that. So we've got MI there, then we've got LL there. So, oh yeah, that's so it's gonna be max down once on the left hand side, and it's gonna be low on the right hand side. But then the second letter I think has to spell something out as well. Right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 possibilities for it starting with A. I mean, we have one X and it ends with a T. So that's gonna be XT. Right. This is fucking. I'm just like madman ramblings like fuck to myself. Well, that's what I've written down, right? So this is mirrored. Hopefully you can see this okay. It doesn't look too pixelated stuff. But that's all the initials. Right. There you go. Right. This is all the initials here. These are these 2 here is the ones that we've got. And then down here. Fucking hell, man. This is like this is because it's like mirrored and like all over the place. And then this is what the interface for that recording looks like. So then we've got I think that needs to be closer. We've got the MI fucking there space XT, then we've got LL over here. Right. I hope you've seen that. I hope you've seen that enough, because that was a pain to like hold up and stuff. You don't think the samples are there then? There was no O. There is no O. There isn't. Yeah, there's no O. Wait, hold on. Yeah, because it'll be LO. There's only one O that shows up in that entire thing, and it's the initials is BO, as in body odor. But if you're going to position it, so I was thinking, I was like, oh, maybe like you need the O on the end, like how low would be on the right hand side. You have BO at the bottom left, so like the O is almost kind of going over to the right hand side, and it still wouldn't even make sense that way. I feel like you must be able to talk to the rambling guy too. I've got wet work. He could potentially have malware that's fucking him up. The ramble shit like that. We might be able to connect with malware to him. We might be able to connect the wetware to him. We can then talk to him. And she described the plant. Yeah, she described the plant as being blue flowered, broad flowers, and small fruit. But having a read through them, none of them said like, oh, it is blue flowered, broad leaves, small fruit. Let's try the wetware with the rambling guy. The rambling man. Let's try it with him. I reckon he's got a wee virus or something. And we might be able to talk to him.
Wetware's not going to connect with that.
I proper talked myself into thinking that was legit the thing. Right, we'll speak to him again. See what he says.
Hi there.
Utter nonsense loves to love.
My name's Dr. Max Lau. I'm a cell case specialist.
When will Plumber show them a photograph?
I give up.
Whenever the teacher told you the shortest way.
Still talking absolute shite. Can we jolt him? Holy fuck, we can!
Nihilism asked you a question?
Sorry, just testing a theory.
I legit didn't think I'd be able to jolt him there. Again.
12-year-old question. John Goal anyone? I said John Goal.
Sorry, just testing a theory.
Sorry, he's still talking shite though. I call Migas again.
No answer.
Let's try phone central.
Dr. Lau, please continue your investigation of the murder of Dr. Baxter. Your involvement has been requested by the highest levels of civil government. Please find data relevant to the case on your secure system at cell headquarters.
Right. Let's go and speak to Doctor outside. Dr. Chigwa.
Excuse me, Dr. Chigwa?
Make it quick, I'm busy.
Okay, he's not making any sense.
I tried talking to your intern. It wasn't helpful.
Oh, never mind that. He's got aphasia.
Isn't that treatable?
Oh, yes. He just gave it to himself. It's what the kids are into these days.
Crippling neurological disorders?
Yes and no. Maladism, they call it. They give themselves old diseases. It only lasts about a week each time.
And you let him do that?
He's not public-facing, and as long as it doesn't get in the way of his work. I figure we all did things the old folks thought were stupid back when we were kids.
Right, so he's legit gave himself a disease.
I need to ask Neester about the tampered specimens. How do I cure his aphasia?
Well, you wouldn't really cure it. He doesn't actually have the disease. It's essentially wetware designed to occupy the Wernicke and Broca regions of the brain. This then produces the symptoms of the disease. That's what they're going for.
I can't wait a week for the wetware to break down.
Find a way to break it down early then. If we've got an emergency contamination, we use hydroxypyruvate isomerase. It's an enzyme that instructs the fabricators in wetware to disassemble themselves.
I need to ask Neester about the tampered specimens. How do I cure?
Well, you wouldn't really cure. It's essentially wetware designed to occupy the Wernicke. This then produces the symptoms of the disease.
I can't wait a week for the wet.
Find a way to break it down early then. If we've got an emergency contamination, we use hydroxypyruvate isomerase. It's an enzyme that instructs the fabricators in wetware to disassemble themselves.
No. I was like, oh, that hydroperoxy fucking whatever she said. I was like, oh, do we have that? No, we don't. That's not one of them.
I can't get into the airlock.
The airlock and the growth lab are secure areas. We grow potentially hazardous organisms beyond those doors.
I'm trying to conduct an investigation here. Don't make me get a warrant from Central.
I'm sorry, Central would likely agree with us. We can't just give anyone access to the growth lab.
Not even a cell agent?
I'd need a pretty damn good reason.
I mean, a very good reason would be that one of your fucking co-workers got his head destroyed. Maybe that would be a good reason. Spooky She-Wolf, hello! Thank you very much for popping by, I hope you're very well. We're currently in like an absolute boy of a puzzle. So aye, fun times. It's a puzzle that we've actually had to use pen and paper for. Remember pen and paper? It's a technology of the old days, of the old times. So we're using pen and paper for it. How am I feeling? I'm feeling absolutely fine. Yeah. Just I had my trip to the hospital and everything like that, and like I was fine from there. Then yeah, I was absolutely fine. I got like I got an injection on the arse, and like that killed all the pain. I just basically I've got gallstones basically, so I need to wait till I get an appointment for a CT scan for my left hand kidney, because apparently it's a bit fatty, but the surgeon also said there was a lump on it, which I'm not worried about. I've had that many blood tests and stuff. If something really bad was there, it should have been picked up by now. So I just need to wait. But I've not had any attacks since then, so we should be good. Just taking it as it is. And also, thank you very, very much for giving me 100 bits. First person to ever give me bits. Thank you very much. Streamlabs is a bit fucky at the moment. I have GIFs and I have sound effects and stuff that should be playing, but they're not playing, so I need to have a look into that. So you would have gotten Salt Bay dropping some salt, which in my head was like, oh, that could be bits. So you picture that in your head. That's what you would have got for giving me the bits. So thank you very much, pal. But yeah, I'm feeling good. Like I legit I feel very, very healthy. It's just I feel healthy, but there's shit inside that needs to get looked at. Well, thank you very much for your concern, and thank you very much for all the well wishes as well. It's awesome. Thank you very much.
Have you found anything else with added genetic data?
As a matter of fact, I have.
Right, I need to
there was a batch of Orchidacea isotria in the growth lab, and... I can't remember exactly which specimen the other was. I do remember that it had blue flowers, broad leaves, and very, very small fruit.
Right, what did you say that first one was again?
Have you found anything else?
As a matter, there was a batch of Orchidacea isotria in the growth lab, and...
I
can't remember exactly which specimen the other was.
There's no OIs in there
I do remember
either.
that it had blue, broad leaves, and very, very small fruit.
So she said that was in the growth lab. Right, we need to get to the growth lab.
I need to ask, how do I cure
him?
Well, it's essentially wet. Where does this then produce?
I can't wait to
find a way to. If we've got it's an enzyme that.
Okay, I just skipped past it as well.
I need to.
This then.
I can't
find a way. If we've got an emergency contamination, we use hydroxypyruvate isomerase. It's an enzyme that. Is that all?
Right.
For
We
now.
need to find that chemical to stop that boy from being weird as shit. You have Crohn's and blood clots in your lungs. Fucking hell. You're never away from the bastard in the hospital. Fucking hell, man. Like, sorry to hear that you have to be constantly at the hospital and stuff. That must be shite. Yeah, like I'm really glad that the pain was dealt with really, really quickly, because I've never felt pain like that in my entire life. And I've broken bones and stuff. Nothing was as sore, as painful as what gallstones was. Absolutely horrific. And it's just weird how good the drugs were that they gave me. I don't know what it fucking was that they gave me, but it was really good. And yeah, and it I went from being vibrating in pain, shaking in pain, being barely able to kind of breathe normally because I was in so much pain, to absolute bliss. Just sitting there going even question myself, going, well, why am I in hospital? I feel fine, So one of those ones. And sometimes the best thing is to go to A&E. Yeah, I went, I phoned up, my wife phoned up NHS 24/7, and yeah, they're like, oh, you've got an appointment for you at 1:20, and that was in under an hour away, so I had to get a taxi there, which cost a fucking fortune because Edinburgh, but you know what, they got there.
I'm just trying to explain.
I'm going to need to find where he's hidden the rest of the message before I get any sense out of it.
Yeah. I just want to see what happens there.
Looks
There's
like
no
Regis
modified.
didn't hide any data in that one.
The long way around this would be just to scan absolutely everything. But that was AT that I had. I'll put a wee cross at the top of that saying that there's nothing in there.
Only one parrot quietly spat on the electric chair.
Alright, I won't touch them.
Oh yeah, and like Spooky, I don't know if you've seen this guy, but this guy, he's given himself a disease where he just talks absolute fucking nonsense. So it's just like, right, your surgeon pretty much told me that to do that when I was on the waiting list for operation number 10 as well. Fucking hell. He was like, you only do so much as an outpatient when people walk into A&E. When people walk into A&E, it can be done then. Alright, so wow. Legit just told you, like, you know what, just walk around to A&E and go, I need help right now. You know a few folk like, I think we all know a few folk like this. I would be one of them. I talk so much shite on stream. Like, this game probably could have been completed by now. I just keep talking rubbish. Right.
I better not. If I start taking...
Right, you can't touch any of the flowers here. Right, okay, there's a toolbox here.
I can't figure out what any of these tools are for.
But we haven't picked up any. That'd be a good idea for... He'd probably know.
I didn't realize that gengineering was done with so much tape and wrenches.
But we need to give him something. Let's go cure him. We can't interact with the production line because he stops us.
He looks unconventional. Kids these days. Oh god, I sound like Regis.
Looks like a big fucking goth. We can't go into the airlock. Can't talk to him. Can't interact with this machine at all. Can't do anything with the toolbox for now. Can't do anything with the wet work. We tried shocking him. We can shock him, but it doesn't do anything. Fucking hell. Right, okay, this is very difficult. We tried hacking the airlock. Aha! I have not tried I've not tried hacking anything, to be honest. 'Cause in my head, it's like, oh, that's the only thing that Sesame does. So, aye. Your Crohn's likes to open up wee holes all over your bowel. Form abscesses. Fucking hell. You should have constant fevers, chills, some days you can't stand up. But you're on a 13-month waiting list. You couldn't get out of the bath, he said fuck it and went. But up the following day, 8 months early. Wow. There you go, folks. Yeah, there's some good fucking solid advice from Spooky right there. If like you really need to get seen to, and you've been told you have to wait so long, get yourself to A&E. Like, proof is in the pudding right there. Like, fucking hell. There you go. And we can use the wet work with the.
Warning, security clearance not.
Come on.
New security profile created. Access granted. Welcome, Dr. Lowe.
Thanks.
Cool. Thanks very much, Scientologist. Again, like, it's just like trying to think. It's like I seem to have a set of rules for one character and a set of rules for the other one. Like, I know I have the wet work, and I was just like, oh yeah, I may be able to hack into him or something like that, but I just didn't think of what would Sesame do. She would try and hack into all the different equipment and stuff. That's what you did the same for your back. Oh fucking hell, I didn't even know that, Mick. surgeons would tell you to do it, but the admin workers would be telling you other things. See, that's like showing you the difference between their mind set. Like the admin workers are probably trying to keep everything like a schedule sort of thing. They're trying to do their job, trying to keep that, whereas the surgeons were probably invested in your health, and they will understand the urgency probably. That's the only thing I can think of anyway. Fucking dome, like my head. Right, we've got the growth lab, because she said that there was other stuff in the growth lab. She said it has a OI. OI is in the growth lab, and I have a feeling that hydro fucking whatchamacallit, where our man is talking in tongues, might have it be there for him as well. I'll show you my bats card next time I see you. Yes, please. Chicks do dig. Let me try and use my actual words. Okay. Chicks dig scars.
They're keeping things
probably
in
why
here
you're
because
married.
they're dangerous or unusual. Probably not what I want to be carrying around.
Karen just seen that big scar of yours, and she's like, whew, that's a man I gotta marry. What did you say about that? I talked over it.
They're keeping things in here because they're dangerous or unusual. Probably not what I want to be carrying around.
Okay. But we do have control panels. Hey, do not knock that over. So, right, I'm going to take this off, like that, and it's not going to stick. Shite. Post-it notes. Right. Growth chamber A has AP in it. Okay. Cake? No. Fucking hell. Chamber B has a H in it. Cake? Nope. Fucking hell. Right. Germination is complete for chamber A. Stance for chamber B is growth expected as per modification. Cake. These were together before the surgery. Fucking hell, man. It's Wiki had 9 ops in 5 months. Paisley. The duty of care was bad. Spooky. That's some scary shit that you've been through. Yeah, that's some scary shit. I hope you're well now though. After all those operations and stuff, I hope you're well now. Like you're managing your Crohn's and stuff as well. I hope that's you're managing it well. Right. Okay. The thing is, like, the blue... Okay, so I right click and it shows you a picture of them. It says it's got small fruit. I don't know if that's supposed to be the fruit of it. Alright, it must be. So it can't be that flower then. These transition, look at that. Fucking hell, there's a lot growing in this area. There's nothing in that one. Chamber B. I'll draw this as the levels. Chamber, so A is, there's nothing. That one has B, D, Beta vulgaris. Cycling testing ideal ambient temperatures for new strain. Ooh, we have OI. Fucking OI. Update version, TM and copyright, Typho Labs, and then Chamber B we have AM. Testing epicentric structure alteration.
These don't look like any of the others in here.
Okay. Oh, they're purple.
These don't look
I thought they were blue. Okay. Anything else? Well, I mean, we got OI was in this one here, so can I do it this way? Alright, cool.
I've taken a DNA sample from it.
So I'll put a wee tick next to OI, saying that we've got it. And just talking absolute shite to myself. The other one was HI that we need, and it was for the guy. But there was no HIs there. Blue flowers. Broad leaves, but she did say it was small fruit though. So when you say small fruit, I'm thinking like a wee berry or something.
Copyright breach in progress.
Excuse me?
You are not authorized to remove Orchidaceae isotria samples from the growth lab. They are copyrighted property of Typho Labs GmbH. Beginning purge.
What the fuck?
Hey, my sample! What did you do?
To prevent theft of intellectual property, gene sequences in your possession have been neutralized. Have a nice day.
Gee, thanks.
Right, so we don't have it now. Fucking hell, man. Right, there's a third aid.
This could be useful.
Third aid?
Looks like a lot of cartridges for the injector.
First aid. Right, okay. Ah, there you go. So we've got the...
Looks like a lot of cartridges for the injector.
We've got the drug for that boy. Any other drugs that we need? Holy fuck. I don't think so. Inject the lad. Yep. He's definitely getting injected. We have a wee quick wee nose about in here though. Alright, okay, just let me back outside. Right. We'll definitely get that lad injected. Oh wait. Oh, does the injector have it in it? Oh, okay, it's injector gun. I thought I had like a thingy of it.
I can't not promise to avoid not doing that thing I don't do.
Really? How interesting.
Bitch questions you injector?
Say that again?
Overpass, did you stick me with an injector? Now I'll have to get my Fizzy rejabbed. Not cool, man.
Excuse me.
Not cool, man. Yeah. Just like it's yeah.
I'm CS Dr. Lau. I've been tasked with this investigation.
Martin Easter. I've been tasked with the factoring lab.
You work with Dr. Chigwa?
I work
We're getting
for Chigwa.
progress.
I'm just the intern. Means I get stuck with all the lousy jobs she won't do.
I understand. I was an intern once.
So, what's CS? You a detective?
Case specialist. So, yes, I guess you could say that.
Cool.
I'd like to hear from you what happened.
So, we came in this afternoon for the late shift, right? I checked on the factoring line, and it turns out the specimens are nuked up.
In what sense?
They don't match the catalog anymore. Not that they're supposed to be. I figured Baxter nuked it up again, so I checked the feed.
That's when you found the body?
Yeah, but Chigwa won't let me get a look. Told me to get back to work while she called Cell. Hey, can I get a look at the body with you?
I'm afraid not. Official procedure.
I see that dead body, mate.
Bummer.
The accents in these games are always amazing. Yeah, they are. They're great. This is like the first person that we've come to has actually had like a really like a funny act. I hate like an interesting accent, should say. I guess like the voice actors they get for these games are just like they want to give it their all, like proper just go balls to the wall sort of thing. But he said something about that Baxter's mixed up all those samples and they don't make any sense now.
Why'd you go and give yourself aphasia?
Not just that. There are loads of syndromes. It's maladies, man.
Aren't diseases like that dangerous, though?
It's not permanent, man. We ain't stupid. What wear nodes in the body create the symptoms of things we want, which you went and broke. Gee, thanks.
Sorry about that. In any case, they're temporary then.
Exactly.
I still don't get it. What's the hook for maladism?
Man, you old folk never get things like MD.
Old?
Yeah, man.
Most of these syndromes are diseases that are completely curable. They just don't happen anymore. Society says no to them.
So it's countercultural? An act of rebellion?
Exactly. Diseases like that make the establishment uncomfortable. They don't want it to be a part of their society. But we show them they can't ever get rid of it completely.
You're rubbing their faces in it then.
And in another way, it's kind of retro. Illnesses like that are what shape society. The Black Death made Europe what it is.
Gotta appreciate the classics.
For a lot of us, it's also who's hardest. Posers go for little things like botulism or influenza. But you know someone's got real nodes on them if they can stand a month with HIV.
Folk actually giving themselves HIV. Fucking hell. What other diseases have we tried?
So, what other diseases have you tried?
Loads of them. Parkinson's, syphilis, tuberculosis. Last month, it was Hansen's disease.
Wait, leprosy?
Yeah, if you're a Zift, Hansen's is the real name.
Sounds like quite a selection.
That's why I came to study in Newton. Eurofed's just starting to get into MD culture, even talking about banning it. Newton's where it's at for it. You guys are a lot cooler about what you let people do.
On an individual basis, certainly. That's pretty much the founding philosophy here.
Imagine just going about giving yourself fucking leprosy. I know, right? Just, it's fucking wild. It's like, oh, fancy a little bit of leprosy today.
Dr. Chigwa tells me that some of the specimens have been tampered.
Oh yeah, I found one of those. Man, couldn't they have just killed the guy without messing up my work?
I need to find it. Which specimen was it?
Oh, a Corace Brasiliera. When I found it, I just thought Baxter was nuking it up again.
What did you do with it?
I just sent it back to the specimen lab. Should be there in the sample store.
Cool. AB. I've put a tick. Put a little tick next to AB there, so we know that's one of them. And then we know that OI from the other area is one of them as well. Progress. Getting progress. I can't get O out of the growth lab.
I need to remove the Orchidaceae isotria sample from the growth room. Thing is, the airlock told me it was copyrighted, then blasted me with gas.
Yeah, that one belongs to TIFL. They're way touchy about it. Only lab staff are able to remove it for factory.
Could you get the sample for me?
Hey, no way, man. I'm already on 2 strikes for taking stuff out of the lab.
So you could, but you won't.
Sorry, man. Jake already thinks I'm stealing stuff. There's a huge street market for things like spark fruit or cracked wetware.
Well, I'm the police. Just be like, what, I need it for an investigation. I don't...
How do young people go about getting sick these days?
It's a lot harder, but but that shows it's a choice. We use wetware to create symptoms, like the aphasia. The wetware I had for that was programmed to lodge in the Broca and Wernicke regions of the brain.
So it's not really broke as aphasia.
Same symptoms though.
You'd buy wetware nodes from shops?
Nah, find hobby GG programmers through the trance. They're always looking to sell. It's like a contest. They're always releasing syndromes, competing with each other. You looking to get into it?
Not really my scene, thanks.
Okay.
What do you think of Dr. Chigwell?
She's a hard ass, but she knows what she's doing. Kinda thinks she feels wasted working here.
What can you tell me about Dr. Baxter?
Not much. He only started here a couple of weeks ago. Chigwell dropped him in the specimen lab and kinda left him here.
She neglected him?
Nah, he just barely left. Could have been a workaholic, but I think he just couldn't focus on anything else.
Did he ever talk about his past with you?
Man, he didn't even talk to me, period, about anything.
What's your personal opinion of Dr. Baxter?
He didn't talk much. One yoked up guy. Chigwell told me he'd been released from jail. Looked like he had a governor in his head.
That's correct. It affected his behavior?
Dude, that's an understatement. That Malkin was like a zombie. One time, I dropped the whole sample tray in his lab. Anyone else would have yelled at me. He started to get mad, then looked just about ready to puke.
The governor inhibited violent thought. He'd been serving a murder sentence.
Oh, no way. Who'd he whack?
That's confidential.
Man, that's unfair. You're a tease.
Remind me, what was that specimen you found?
Jeez, what are you, senile? It was a Cordyceps brasileira.
Yeah, I've got it. Right.
Alright, I'll let you get back to your job.
Whatever.
We are getting progress. So, we can grab AB from the sample room down there. He can grab his OI, but he can, but he won't.
I can't figure out what any of these tools are for.
I thought we'd be able to ask him about the tools.
Excuse me.
Maybe now that we've interacted with it? No. Okay.
Alright, I'll let you get back to your job.
Whatever.
Right, let's go and grab AB. Also, I have not actually tried doing this. Using the wetware of the console. No, can't.
I'd better not. It would only take it away and store it somewhere.
Okay, I thought we would be able to. Right, anyway. A, B. It should be this one here. Yep.
I've taken a DNA sample from it.
Cool. We've got that. You know what? I'll take XT as well. Because then that will spell out max. Error. Unable to sample from seeds or growth. Please use active specimens for DNA source.
Huh. It won't let me take a sample from this one. I guess it needs to have grown a bit first.
Oh, okay. Right, we need to take that down to the growth room and put it into one of the empty chambers then. Make it grow, then we can get a sample from it. Holy fuck, man, this puzzle. This is wild. But before we go in there, I don't want it potentially getting blasted or whatever. So we'll take the sample out. We'll load it into here. So modified sequences have been identified. And it's cross-loading it.
Worked.
Something about trying to explain there at the end.
I'm going to need to find where he's hidden the rest of the message before I get any sense out of it.
Right. I'm going to say it again. Fucking progress. Thank you everyone who's sticking by this, by the way. This, I understand that some maybe watching it is like fucking pulling teeth, but or it might be fun for you, you know, you might be into like me like losing my mind. Also, Spooky, if you're still around, are you streaming tonight?
There, I've planted the growth matrix. Let's hope I got Mom's green fingers.
You would not have patience for this. Yeah, I think patience is one of the things I've been blessed with. I've worked several years in retail, and I think that's where having patience to deal with humans is kind of been a blessing. Right, put in the growth cylinder.
I only just planted it.
Right, okay, well, how long is it going to take?
I planted the growth matrix inside.
I don't know how long it's going to take though. You have patience for animals, but humans throw that out the window. Yeah, definitely.
They're keeping things wrong.
Let's try that one.
Taking a DNA sample from it.
It's the only other plant I can see that's got blue flowers and broad... Yeah. Blue flower, broad leaves. But the fruit doesn't make sense for it. Did those pipes come up with something? I don't know what you mean, Scientologist. Pipes come up with something.
Looks like Regis didn't hide any data in that one.
Okay. So those blue flowers... I think it's blue plants here. Oh, I've not been right-clicking on them. Right, okay, that's a big fruit. Fucking hell, man. You thought you couldn't...
Need some tomatoes for soup.
Thought you couldn't leave... Hold on. Okay, thank you very much for the gift sub to Z Froggy, which is a very, very good friend of mine, way back in the day. I'm sure he will. Thank you very much, by the way. Thank you so much. Also, it seemed that it seemed like Streamlabs was working there. It played the proper tune and it played the proper GIF. It might be working now, but anyway. Yeah, Tomatoes came up there. Yeah, it did. Fucking hell. Anyway, that doesn't matter. What matters is, thank you very much, Spooky, for that. I know I was doing it with follows earlier as well. Okay. But yeah, what matters is that you gave a wee sub to a pal of mine. So yeah, thank you very much, by the way. Appreciated. You gave me bits and you gave me a sub. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. But are you streaming later on? Spooky. You're welcome now. Dance. I'm not a good dancer. Right, this is definitely this is the failure, right? Blue flower. They're broader leaves and they're small fruits like wee berries, like I said. They are indeed. What are you streaming? Are you streaming Dead by Daylight again?
I've taken a DNA sample from it.
Cool. Folks should definitely go and check out Spooky She-Wolf. all the streams I've been watching of her is that she's been playing Dead by Daylight. It's a game that I've never played, but it looks pretty cool. It's going about killing folk in it. It's really good. Your friend wanted to do Apex. Might be Dead by Daylight. Dead by Daylight. I just love all the different like fucking murders that they got from all different things. Right, so that was modified.
There's some more.
According to this, he's been dead for only 2 months. On his case. Good luck.
So we were all right in thinking, you know, it's definitely Max Lau. We just need to get that one. So we've got X, which is growing at the moment, and we've got O, which is fucking behind the copyright.
I'm going to need
basically.
to find where he's hidden the rest of the
So speak to her, see if she says anything about the copyright
Excuse me,
thing.
Dr. Chigwa.
Make it quick, I'm busy.
No.
Is that all?
For now.
Then if you'll excuse me, I'll get back to work.
I want to go and see if this is grown yet. Oh, sorry, I didn't even finish answering your question, Scientologist. So we can take samples out, but the only sample that we can't take out is the one that we're after because it's got a copyright on it. Because the organisation that wants that plant are very, very sensitive about it. So they put like extra security on that sample, which is stopping us from taking it out. All the other ones, they're not copyrighted. That's basically that. I realised I didn't answer your question there, but there you go. And you were talking about those pipes to the left earlier. Ah, oh, you fucker! Like this is definitely growing. Xenofungus. Oh, just take a wee bit of
I've
xenofungus.
taken a DNA sample from it. I hope it doesn't grow in my pocket.
I also hope it doesn't grow in my pocket. You, very, very good shout there, Scientologist, about these pipes here. Pipes, yes. Fucking hell. You've got some eye on you.
Oops.
Oh, so that's releasing gas. Let's see, how long does that do that for? Surely that'll be dropping the pressure. Right, okay. Drop the pressure. Right, let's go and grab this other one since we're here. Shh. Skittish. Is
I've
that
taken a DNA sample from it.
Is that yon fucking... Is that your Xenoblade? Alien mushroom. What that says. Yeah, cooked. Make some fajitas of it. Right. Hopefully this works. Like these pipes stop the pressure.
Warning, copyright breach in progress.
If so, we've done this.
You are not authorized to remove Orchidaceae isotria samples from the growth lab. They are copyrighted property of Typho Labs GmbH. Beginning purge.
Hey, my sample!
No.
What did you do?
To prevent theft of intellectual property.
There is pipes in this
Gene
room though.
sequences in your possession have been neutralized. Have a nice day.
Gee, thanks.
You also have a nice day, but there's pipes in this room though.
Nothing happened.
Right.
Nothing happened. They've got these pipes everywhere.
Can I make this again?
I don't think I can fix it. Not my field.
Right, it's fucked now. Right. So you don't have any samples anymore. Right. Let's grab the xenofungus one for now. Get that into the machine. We don't need to worry about that. We'll grab that. Oh wait, no, we've now got
I've
two of them.
taken a DNA sample from it. I hope it doesn't grow in...
I thought that would purge everything. Oh, Cake, you're coming back to try and knock over the camera again, are you? Her face is everything. Yeah, some of the facial expressions are real good in this. You haven't seen Sesame, which is another female character in this, and she's got some good resting bitch face. Very good. So you're not authorized, but maybe the others are. Yeah, so you get. Yeah, so I thought when it would do like the cleanse thing on you, it would just destroy all samples. I don't know why I went the long way. Okay, no. I can't wait to get like a setup where she can't knock shit over. That'd be amazing. Right.
Yes!
Identified. And so it's got B.
Yes!
Right, it's doing it twice.
According to this, he's been dead for 8 months in the worst case. Good luck.
It said, according to this, something like Baxter, dead, something. Right. The camera, cat cake. Oh, so she's sitting on top of the PC now, so I can stop like holding. I was like legit holding the base of the camera down there, just like, please stop knocking it. Right.
I'm going to need to find where he's hidden the rest of the message before I get any sense out of it.
Only one we need is the one that's in the growth lab. Scientologist is definitely onto something. Right, I don't think we need. Man, look at all the fucking look at all this shite I've written down, and like we legit didn't need any of this. We only need one thing from it as well. No, well, it's written down. Now it will serve as memories. So, right, we've got these pipes. Scientologist onto something about these pipes. Alright, there's one. Oh, hold on, come back.
Nothing happened.
Nothing happens when I turn that one. Try and spot as many pipes as we can. Right, we've got one in the left hand corner there. Pipes.
Hey, don't touch the valve. Who do you think Dr. Chigwa makes fix them when they burst?
Alright, I won't touch them.
No pipes in here. Well, there is pipes there, but they're not the same red ones. Do we just zap him again?
Ow! What the hell, man?
Sorry, just testing a theory.
I was hoping it would like fucking knock him out so we can then just do shit that we want to do, but probably not. But you need to tell the lad that the pipes are broken. What do you think? The good old George Stobart, you know, fucking messing around with people. And we can't interact with these pipes here. So I think you're onto something.
Excuse me.
Yeah?
There's a burst pipe.
Hey, the pipes in the growth lab are leaking.
Ah, you'll get again? Better go fix it before Chigwa starts yelling.
Go boxes for. Yeah, that's in my way. Just gonna do the pipes.
I guess these pipes are broken.
And yeah, so my Streamlabs is working. Best New Reaper, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're comfy, hope you're cozy, hope you're enjoying the stream. I hope you're enjoying the amount of fucking patience I have here. Yeah, he took his bag, so he took it. Oh, right. Yeah. I know. If he's got his bag, you'll be in there fixing it. You can get the sample. You can put the sample in the bag, and you can bring it out for us because he's authorized to do so. The position of it is in the bottom left-hand corner. But yeah, thank you very much, Death. Thank you very much, Death. Thank you. Thank you, Death, for the follow.
I've taken a DNA sample.
Go. Let's fire this into his bag. Hopefully, he should just be able to walk out with it.
Better not lose it.
There you go. That's the one. No problem spreading that love. Thank you very much, man. Sweet as a nut. We have the sample that we need. Wonder what that was about then, changing that pipe there. I'm going to try to click on that door and I keep misclicking, so she goes into the back corner there. Okay, so we've got... That's not what we want. That's what we want. Am I being slow? What is the NMSS? No, you're not being slow at all. It's basically it's a Discord for small streamers. For basically, yeah, it's like this, like streamer support and stuff, things like that. That's essentially what it is. There you go. Support a group for streamers to get viewers and stuff. That's basically that's what it is. It's a good wee Discord. Lots of people in there. Lots of nice folk. Try to help out one another. So there you go.
Aha! Got some.
We got some more. That should be the last one.
Lau, if you're listening to this, well, it means they've got me.
Oh no, Regis, no.
But Lau, ignore anything left in the recording up to this point.
Huh?
Sorry for being so unhelpful with the message, but I had to be sure you were the one who heard it first. Everyone will be saying that I came to the lab for Baxter, and they might be right. Except that he's been dead since before I got here.
Yes.
We need to touch bases on this case. Meet me where we were both first involved in a case. I'll try to explain when you get here. Good luck.
Oh, thank God. You've got some explaining to do, Regis.
Oh. That was some fucking chapter like.
What the hell did you think you were doing? We need her alive.
I saw an opportunity for striking back at Regis, a kind of poetic justice.
At Regis? You've never even met the man.
Yes, but
You haven't offloaded Baxter yet, have you? Look, there might just be a use for your newfound vendetta. The tap on his partner was successful. She found where Regis is hiding. He's an unfactored element. Now, he needs to be removed from the equation.
don't worry. I'll kill him myself if it comes to it.
There's only so much of the city's resources that can be diverted to this. Find him, finish him, then return for offloading. Remember, I'm your controller, not Baxter.
Don't be so sure.
So I got out. I managed to find somewhere to lie low. But I know what Central's capable of. You can only hide from it for so long. Lau had better find that message before an aerostat comes this way. What the hell?
There's a ball. Right, what's happening? Yes. Yeah, I think she's very, very happy that her partner is not the murderer here. GG's. Thank you very much. That was some hell of a puzzle. It was actually, I really enjoyed that puzzle. There's a lot of kind of red herrings there. Like enough red herrings for me to write down all these bits and bobs. Like, we were right at the start by thinking that was it was her name that was getting spelled out with the initials. But I was just trying to get there because obviously some of them were in the other chambers and stuff. There you go. Nice. Yeah, there's a lot of parts and stuff. It was quite nice. Quite long. But got there and I didn't have to say pineapples, but there was some nice little nudging from yous. Throughout most of that as well, I need to go for another pee. I've drank a lot of water. I'm just trying to keep hydrated. Hydration is number one. So I'm gonna go and nip to the toilet just quickly. I'll see yous back. And we are back. Ooh. Right. Let's see what this bottle was that got launched through that window.
What the hell is this? The bottle is some kind of thermal container, about half full of thick liquid. The words "Drink me" are stenciled on the side.
Right. If you were sitting in this, what looks very much like a fucking crack den, and if someone was to launch a bottle through a window towards you that had "drink" etched into the side of it and it was half filled with a thick liquid, would you drink it? Hell to the no. Filled with spunk. Filled by anything.
Looks like this guy had a place to keep his vices at work.
Picked up fleshlight.
Someone managed to get this through the window. They must have one hell of a pitching arm.
Terminal there. Not really. Yep. Yeah, I wouldn't be drinking that at all. Updated a very, very long time ago. Right. We got some emails. Evacuation is currently underway by order of centralized government. Please proceed to the designated shelter sites. If you have been affected, burns, NBC, contamination, please contact your nearest cell rep. From HR management. Dear Mr. Hart, Brett the Hitman Hart. While this is clear there is doubts about the firm's policy of mechanization as means of remaining competitive, it is unhelpful to suggest to employees that they are building their own replacements. Please refrain from such comments in the future. From Jamie Randall, the locker room. Guess you're right, since there aren't anyone changing out the hazard gear anymore. Nobody else will be using the locker room. It's going to be one hell of a working weekend. I'll put the stuff in locker 6 code. Oh, hey, let's get that pen out. Pen and paper. Yep. Right. Fucking hell, man. Pen and paper for fucking days. Right. Locker 6 code 381. I'm writing that down because I've got a memory like a fucking sieve. Right. Which Sift decided it would be good. What does Sift mean? It would be a good idea to run water pipes over 1 million Quanta industrial laser. I fixed the leak in the locker room's pipes, but don't charge the capacitor banks unless you feel like being cooked. Don't do that. Get killed. Guess that's us then. Power control. Oh wait, that's the laser and stuff. Maybe I wasn't really supposed to do that right now. Link to external device. Traveler.regus/personal. System startup can now be enabled remotely.
Looks like I can control the factory's power from my traveler now.
Okay. Maintenance drone.
Must have been a decorator.
Got a wee paintbrush. It's got a wee paintbrush and wee tin of paint. Then we've got fire control panel.
There's a canister of water-soluble fire suppressant loaded into the system.
Okay.
I can't reach it from down here.
Okay, so must be able to do some of the smoke detector then, saying that we can't reach it from down here. Right.
Down the hatch.
May as well fucking drink it. Let's go.
I wonder what that did.
Hear me?
Oh, that's our wet
Hello?
work.
Who's there?
Barely, can you hear me?
Barely. I can't see you. Where are you?
In your head.
My head.
What the hell are you doing in my head?
That bottle you just drank, it was full of wetware. They were programmed to construct a transceiver in the small bones of your inner ear.
Like a fucking codec from Metal Gear Solid. There you go. Colonel. Metal Gear.
It's not permanent, is it?
No, it'll break itself down in a couple of weeks. You have bigger problems at the moment, though.
Here. You knew.
My location's been compromised?
I'm afraid so. There's a strike team surrounding the building as we speak.
Damn.
We need to get you out of there. The sewer access on the factory floor hasn't been secured. It's your best chance for an escape route.
If what you're saying's true, I'm about to be outnumbered and outgunned.
Don't worry, you're probably one of the few people I know who's smart enough to get out of something like this.
Do you know me?
You could say that. Come on, get moving.
Have you been watching Richie recently? I've not actually. I've watched them. I've barely seen any of these Metal Gear Solid 2 stuff. What I'm planning on doing is doing what I did for Dark Souls, and just wait till it's all there, and just like one day when I'm feeling like really hungover or something like that, just like fire it on, sit there and have a big laugh to myself. That's my plan anyway. Right, so we got the wetware, so we can now.
You still there?
Need something?
We can now do codec. Fucking codec ourself into person.
Perhaps it was my mistake first for drinking that bottle, but how do I know I can trust you?
It's either me or the guys with the kill on sight order. Besides, what sort of person would I be if I didn't help out an old pal?
Do I know you?
You should. We've spent years working together.
Is this Lau?
Come on, you've got to get moving.
How did they manage to find me?
Sorry, I can't help you with that. All I know is they're after you.
Did you get my message?
Message? Nah. I just know the kind of places you like to hide in. But your garden wouldn't do for this one, would it?
Hey.
Match that against which of your favorite spots are being raided by crisis teams and boom. Instant Regis.
So, you haven't heard my side of the Baxter story.
Save it for later. First we've got to get you out of there.
You would love for Owen to do highlights again. Oh yeah, that would be absolute ripping. The Dark Souls one that Owen put together was so good. Especially even like after like the 24-hour stream that they did. That's probably a good definition of patience, is Owen doing like all that editing.
What do you know about this facility?
Old TVNA factory, used to make synths there. Cleared out when the Aurora hit. Most of that part of town stayed abandoned even to this day. It's the kind of place lowlifes and thralls hide in.
Anything useful?
A lot of the stuff in it's probably been scavenged already, but you might find something useful. Plus, it's an old building. Be careful, a lot of it is unstable.
Maybe I can use that to my advantage. How exactly am I supposed to get out of here?
There's an exit to the sewers on the factory floor level.
What makes you think they haven't blocked that off too?
This raid was a rush job. I don't think they've known where you are for very long. They're gambling that they can eliminate you before you have time to think.
I hate to disappoint you, but I'm not exactly prepared either.
Yeah, but you've got my help. That puts you kilometers ahead.
That's one big laser they've got.
If it's not on the production line, it was probably just used for prototyping.
Looks like someone made a real mess with it.
Probably didn't have time to fix it before the Aurora hit. Maybe it'd be useful if you could power it up again.
I already have, because I was too busy playing around with the buttons. You reached, man, I can't speak today. You rewatched the 12 and 24-hour stream highlights recently, still very funny. Yeah, it's been a while since I watched them, but I bought the zine that Gav put together, did all the artwork and stuff, and I've read a wee bit of that, and it's so good. I'm assuming that you probably have picked up. If not, it's definitely worth picking up.
Why are the power systems in this place still online?
Yeah, you grabbed it.
It's only been 11 years since the Aurora. If nobody's switched it on since then, the city's probably just never noticed they were still connected.
I guess the factory's standby would be a drop in the ocean in terms of the city's power.
It's not like they're short on it. Newton's a net exporter in the region.
I guess you can do that when you're the only one in the neighborhood with orbiting solar arrays.
If the factory's still working, you might be able to use that strategically.
I'm still a little worried about what I drank.
It won't do you any harm. It's just a constructor node.
Yeah, but thousands of molecule-sized machines building a radio in my head. That'd bother any
nano
sane
machines, son.
If you'd gone and gotten yourself wired years ago, we wouldn't have to do this. Plus, this is more secure. We're operating on a bespoke fractal encoding. You'd better get moving or a patrol might catch you.
Right.
It was good that we made a bit of money for charity too. Oh yeah, definitely. It's just mad to think, like, you know, like there's like daft streams of like Richie and stuff, and like, you know, the kind of community that we're all in and stuff, that money can be raised for to make things nicer for other people. Right. I guess we just need to go through this fucking door then.
Wait!
What is it?
Wolf, who's this lad?
Cobalt Actual, this is Cobalt 3. Dynamic entry complete. Second floor hallway secure. Going dark and starting patrol. Out.
Fucking hell, these motherfuckers got stealth.
Camouflage. How am I supposed to get past them when I can't even see them?
I'll see if I can breach their systems. For now, you're going to have to think your way past.
Oh no, don't say that. Right, we've got paint. Oh no. Like, the paint will be able to like flash them up.
Whatever's in there, there's apparently 4 gross of them, whatever that means. The wood's old, but I still can't get it open by hand.
Target sighted.
I didn't want him to walk out like that.
If I wander out there, I'm probably just going to end up full of holes.
Oh, that's cool. That's very quick for resetting it. I just like, I didn't want him to, I want him to like do something with the crates, but not walk out in front of where like fucking Murder Man was. Okay, we got sprinklers there. This room is protected against fire by a suppression system. You wonder what if it still works after so long.
They're just the sprinklers. The fire sensor must be somewhere else.
Okay, so there's going to be a fire sensor elsewhere. Good tunes though. Almost is very kind of Metal Gear as well. Just enough of that. Right, okay, we've got a smoke detector there. We can't reach it. If this works, that's gonna be a miracle. What? There's no way that would work. Absolutely no chance. Right, okay. That's not had the effect that I was after.
There's a canister of water-soluble fire suppressant loaded into the system.
Place it with the paint.
Huh. It fits.
Man, like... It just like dawned on me really quickly there, but the canister, what, like, one, that paint canister came from this maintenance drone, which is a lot smaller than what this is. But I thought like, oh, it's a smaller canister than what that is. So then, yeah, that threw me off pretty badly. Can you make sprinklers use the paint? Scientologist knows. Scientologist knows. It did change in size. It fucking did. That's why I was just like, oh, didn't think about it. Rain of blood! Rain of blood! For the lesser sky! Bleeding is horror! A bit of Slayer for you there. Right. We can now see this boy. And he does do little patrols. Okay, when he gets up to us, I think we zap him. Oh my good old fucking zap. Because he is wet, so.
One down.
However many left to go. Don't count on taking them all on, though.
Get fucked. Right, steal his guns. Steal everything he's got.
Low velocity, jacketed hollow point. They came prepared for a soft target.
Yes, we got a submachine gun now. Holy fuck. Kill him. Fucking strip him naked. Strip him naked, wear his gear, to stealth your way out. Big casual zap. Okay, we got lockers. So, okay, where did I put it? I'm assuming this is locker 6, so 381. Fuck.
Apparently, it's not just cleaning supplies they kept in here. This is some pricey liquor.
Pricey liquor? Right, put the pen and paper away. What did we get? We got whiskey, and we got some polish.
It's a strong old whiskey. More expensive than the stuff I've usually got around.
Nice. Good haul.
A metal polish from the cleaning supplies. It's been here for over a decade, but it doesn't seem to have dried out.
Okay. Got a giant crack in the floor.
Looks like the beginnings of a fine hole in the floor. There's a little light coming through it, and I can hear voices. I haven't got the gear to fix it, or open it up some more.
That's a drain? Oh, I suppose it's a shower. That looked like it was stairs going down for me.
There's nothing in here.
Right, I really thought they were stairs going down.
Ah!
Oh, you pig!
There's nothing in here.
Wonder what this is about.
It's rusted stuff.
Okay.
I can't get it cleaner.
Okay.
I haven't got the gear to fix it, or open it up some more.
Shoot it open? Shoot that hole open? Oh, don't go all the way downstairs. That man's there. Oh, you gonna get killed. For fuck's sake. I think it's like you couldn't stop him from moving, but it just puts you straight there. Thank fuck. This is so good for like dying. Right, we've got that guy there. Can't we just fucking just go down and gun
It
them?
won't fire for me. It's a locked signature weapon.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Even more like Metal Gear now. Right, I could control the laser, the factory laser thing. Oh fuck, do you think we can just total laser that boy? I'll turn it into fucking dust. Oh, new character. Yeah, so this is Dr. Regis. So this is a guy who was the suspect for killing that guy. We've played as him before. He's the second character that we've played as. And he's a cop, just the same as like the last person we're playing as. Except from he is very much in touch with the older ways of things. He's not a big fan of technology. He's currently being blackmailed into doing like bombings and stuff. So, aye, he's a good character. I like him. So in this game you play as 3 different characters. So we've played a little bit of each character now as well. And they're all got their wee uniqueness to them. Really, I don't know about this giant
I haven't got the gear to fix it, or open it up some more.
Got the gear to fix or open up some more. I can't turn off that shower. There's a drain. Don't see why any of that stuff is relevant. Anything I can pick up? Oh, is there anything we can do with the crates now, actually? Now we won't get shot
Wood's
at.
old, but I still can't get it open by hand.
It's like fucking like butt it to fuck with a gun. Yeah, you can.
That's one way of getting it open. It's empty except for all the packing material.
Okay. I guess. Ah, fuck, right. We'll use the packing material to clog the drain. And then that means water will go down that crack in the ground.
I've stuffed the drain.
Just don't know where's a good place to stand. Is here a good place to stand? That might be going to the laser room. How you look? It is. Right. Yes! Get fucked. Right. That's a dead man. Right. That's 2 folk that we've fucked up. The only thing is, like, this guy's on the stairs, he will see us.
Nothing else in here looks like it'd work anymore.
I'll go back to the stairs in case there's something, like, in the stairwell that I've missed. The moment I go down there, he just walks basically like right towards him. I can't shoot him. because it's got a lock on it. I just offer my whiskey. Oh, maybe I could call Central.
I'm not prepared to turn myself into Central yet. They'd never believe me.
But I could call Central and be like, oh, be like a a fake call sort of thing. Be like, oh, by the way, I need help and I'm on another floor. Tell you what, let's see what Lau's
You still
saying.
there?
I hear you.
These armed men.
It must be difficult having to escape your own colleagues from Cell.
That's the thing. They're not Cell Crisis Team agents. They're equipped and armed like them, but they're not the real deal.
How can you be sure?
Central has other means of handling the possibility of rogue agents. Its actions are precise, surgical, even if not what we'd normally think of as moral. This whole thing is like a blunt instrument, a sledgehammer for a wasp.
Okay, so you don't think it's Central.
You got
Then
too far,
why
mate.
aren't these men Cell?
If they were, this operation would have been a whole lot better planned. There'd be an ISO map of the building. They'd know exactly where I was to begin with. These guys can handle a weapon, but they're just geared up like a crisis team.
That's an interesting theory. I'll check some leads on that.
Plus, if they were Cell, I'd have a much harder time doing what I need to escape.
You'd better get moving or a patrol might catch you.
Right.
Don't know what to do with this boy. But it has gotten to that time of the day where I need to say goodbye to you. For it is this is actually just went past 5 o'clock now. It's 5:05. Let's go. So there you go. That was I think a nice wee chunk of Technobabylon done there. That I feel like that seed puzzle took up quite a bit of time. Here's again. There he is, wee Fizzy. Still don't have a name for him. I think we'll just call him Wee Fizzy. Or Mr. Joose. Mr. Joose sounds pretty good. I don't know. Mr. Fizzy. He's there anyway, giving a wee wave. But yeah, no, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you everyone who came along today. D Froggy has redeemed 900 the last checks to get blown a wee kiss. Here we go. D Froggy. Hope that reaches you. I hope it reaches you well. Plant you right in the cheek. Oh yeah, Z Froggy, you got gifted a sub as well today. Elbow Swaggins. Oh yeah, tattoos. Yep, I've got them. I need to save up money. I need to save up money and get Lava Arm finished. That's going to be a whole Lovecraft piece. We'll get there at some point. Where did I go? So I used to go to Red Hot and Blue to a guy called Paul Sliffer, who owns Red Hot and Blue. So he no longer works there, still owns it, but he lives in Portobello and he got sick and tired of commuting from Portobello to Edinburgh all the time. So he just went and bought a shop in Portobello and started up a shop there. So he's like, oh, I can just walk to work, which is fair play to him. Semper, yeah, I've heard of Semper. They're pretty good. Fucking hell, there's that many tattoo studios, but Semper's definitely one of the ones I've heard a lot of buzz about. Bye. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming out today. We will be picking up Technobabylon again tomorrow at the same time, 2 o'clock. I nearly said 3 o'clock there because that's what I'm used to saying. But yeah, I need to try and figure out what the fuck we're going to do with this guy who's directly below us. I'm sure something will come to my mind later on. But yeah, so wherever you are in the world, I wish you well. Stay safe, keep warm, and thank you once again, everyone, for coming out. Big love to you all. Thank you very much for staying around. And you didn't know it was the outro. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I was doing the outro. It's fine. come back next time. We can talk shite. It's always good. Right, love yous, and Spooky, have a good stream tonight. Paul IRL, if you're still around, man, have a good stream tonight as well. And I'll catch you later. Bye bye. Love yous.
Thank you.